Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
6 feet under.
But you just gotta learn to live with it. I've done bad things. Terrible things.
You understand how serious this is?
There's no looking back no more.
Give me the bag.
You understand me?
So now you want me to sell this for you, huh? I gotta finesse the Don.
How about we see what he's made of first?
You're right.
Shoot me! Shoot!
And I'm gonna get it back, all right? I'll do what you gotta do.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Down Podcast. We got a new setup. We got some new guests in the studio. We have the presence of Milly-May and Gianni McLaughlin. They are the creators of the award-winning independent mob flick on Netflix. On Amazon.
No, it's
Bless me, Father.
You had one job.
I
No,
did.
you were so in it. It was,
I was so
going
good.
So
It was
good.
good.
It was good. It's on Amazon, not Netflix. Amazon's better anyway. But welcome, guys. Glad to have you on the podcast.
Thank you for having us. This is great. I'm all fired up right
Yeah,
now.
thank you for having us.
This is going to be cool. We got a lot of questions. We got a lot of stories that you guys are going to tell us.
Yes. Yes.
The first duo in the podcast, which is very special. Yeah, I'm
This is
telling
the
you.
first foursome in the studio here.
That's it.
Yeah.
Pause.
There you go. There you
Pause.
go.
This is the first group of four in the studio.
You two are a very good duo, so it makes sense that you haven't had another.
Real recognizes real, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I have to point out, we all have matching T-shirts right now.
Yes.
Okay, this is the thing. It's a big
Being
thing.
Italian for the most part, besides Irish and Russian,
Association.
Italian by association.
You've got any Italian in you?
No, I'm 100% German.
There you go.
I'm
You can't tell?
I'm mostly Italian.
There you go.
I don't look Italian at all.
No,
I
Do
like
I?
it. There's
You
a
have, like,
firm.
Eastern
There's
European.
a nice little border down the
It's
middle
like
of
NATO.
the.
It's like right here.
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Got the Italians over there.
This is the block.
Yeah. you gotta say the password to get past this side over there. This gateway.
All right, so let's so we have a lot that we want to ask you about, how you got into film and about the movie and all that stuff. But first, we do have a couple cigars here.
Yes.
Okay, and we like to,
They are our cigars.
They're
We make
actually
these
our cigars. These are
This is
ours.
our
We made
brand.
this. You guys have your own
Wow.
independent film. We have our own cigar.
Can I see the box?
This is the box. They are called the Blueprint.
Wow.
If you would like to indulge on the show, these are for you.
We are about bringing people together over cigars. And previously, before this podcast, I did speak to
The
Milly-May.
box
She
is
never
beautiful.
smoked a cigar, and I'm really trying to get her to smoke her first cigar on the podcast.
I'm down.
Even if you don't
Gonna
smoke
have
the
to
whole
do
thing, I want you to your
Okay.
first
Okay.
experience to be.
So let's
So let's get it cut
well,
for
I'll
her.
get these prepped. Okay.
So what is the preparation? This is kind of like
Okay,
We
what
like to
I
call
want
this
to know.
moment.
the
That's what I
pre-light
wanna know.
ceremony.
It's
Okay.
pre-light ceremony.
So what you do is there's when they finish rolling a cigar, they put what's called a cap, and it's basically so they roll the cigar up and then they put a cap on the top to hold it all together. Okay. Now when you cut the cigar, you don't want to cut the whole cap off, because if you cut the whole cap off, then the cigar unravels. So you just want to cut like a little tiny snip off the top, just like that. If you cut too far down, the whole thing unravels. And then you do what's called toasting the cigar. So you want to warm up the tobacco before you put it in your mouth to smoke. So what we'll do is
Finish it off. Are you ready?
we just warm up the tobacco like this.
There you go, kid. Now we don't inhale.
I feel like we're gonna.
I'm gonna feel like Fidel Castro at the end of this. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Okay, so this is
So while
all-
Justin's lighting it up,
yes. Oh, she's gotta try it here.
I'm sorry.
Milly-May, how did you end up with this guy? Let me ask you that. What's your love story?
It's a good story.
Please do tell.
We met in a play.
In a play.
In a play.
Not at a play.
No.
In a play.
In an off-Broadway play, first rehearsal.
Okay.
Okay, so wait.
Oh, this is a big moment.
I'm
Okay.
just like, wait a second, I don't want to do this wrong.
Nope.
Okay, so
Okay.
just pretend like you're drinking water through a straw. Okay.
Pretend you're drinking
You
water
just
or
puff
something.
on it.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit harder.
And then you blow it out.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
They taste good.
Thank you, my friend.
So here's
Took
the
2
thing,
years to
when you-
make.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tastes good. Yeah.
There you go.
2021.
Did you inhale it or no? A little.
It's like
So
just
pretend
a
like
big
you're,
cigarette.
Okay, so what was another thing? Is like you're kissing it, right? Like you just go.
oh, guys, I don't.
That's
I don't
another
know,
way
I
to do
don't
it.
know.
This can get a little weird on here.
I'm just saying, there's two different ways to do it. You should be able to like breathe in and out of your nose while you have the cigar and
Yeah.
the smoke.
Okay.
You know, when
What?
you smoke cigarettes, it's like this. You smoke cigarettes, it's like that. You smoke a cigar, you just...
So just pull the smoke into your mouth.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
I'm already getting.
Try to be
I
like a
already feel
mafioso.
stoned.
You're like a mafia boss. Think of it like
There you
that,
go.
you know?
I want to bite it.
There's a lot of pressure on. There's a lot of eyes
I
on
know.
you.
I'm gonna do it like when I'm gonna do it. You know.
It does.
Let's
take
get
a
you
little-
talking
yeah.
first. Let's
Yeah,
get you
yeah,
talking
naturally,
first.
naturally.
And there's no pressure. If you don't like it, you can certainly put it back down.
Okay,
It's
good.
quite all right.
No
okay?
harm, no foul.
But let's get
Millie
into
May was
it.
telling us
Yes.
you met
How did you
in a
guys
play.
meet? Okay,
So
how did
we
you
met
guys
in
meet?
a play. It was the first play I was ever in. So like, you know, me being in a play is kind of like not something I ever expected.
Yeah, but you're an
to be
actor,
in.
so I feel like you.
Yeah, but like, you know, like growing up in my life, it was like go to football practice or be in the play in the school, and it's just like there wasn't even an option. It was
In
like,
college, you were in a play, or high school,
No,
No.
in
or out of school?
out of school. She was 21 and I was 26.
It's in an off-Broadway play.
Okay.
Off Broadway. Oh, out of school, off Broadway play.
Yeah, so I was 26.
I had just left drama school. Johnny was 26, but Johnny was like fresh off of.
So I was like working real estate and working on Wall Street. So doing like stocks and then some real estate. And then I started doing acting classes at Stella Adler because my mother was just like, listen, if you're going to become an actor, you're going to have to go to acting school. That was that. So like we went to Stella Adler. That's where Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro studied. So I had a little like, you know, I was just like, all right.
And you knew you wanted to be an actor. You were just kind of doing the Wall Street gig to pay the bills.
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, I did have a minor in acting in college. So like I played football, and then my major was sociology, but I had a minor in acting. So it's like,
Okay, so you knew like prior to going to college that you wanted to pursue an acting career of some sort. I mean, you don't just
Yeah.
minor in acting without,
yeah, I guess
Right.
so. Maybe, yeah.
you know.
Maybe I wanted to get a good grade and get out of college.
Get an
like,
easy- get an
Things
easy
you
A or-
breeze by this. Oh, I think acting.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little
acting
easy
class,
A or
how
something.
hard is that?
How hard can it be? You know?
Exactly.
So then you
I got
guys,
an A at least, you know.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'd hope so. You did a good job in the movie, so it only translates into
Right.
how you actually do it.
So now you guys, so you're doing this off Broadway play.
yes.
Okay, you were 21 at the time. You were 26. You said.
Yeah.
And you guys meet at this play. What was the play called?
DOA, Dead on Arrival.
Dead
Yeah.
on Arrival.
Dead on
Yeah,
Arrival.
it was a film noir that like we remade.
And you guys were both.
She was
Performers?
the femme fatale, and
and he was the lead
and I was the
character.
lead
And this
character.
this play has like 13 women and like 2 men or 3 men. So when
I'm sure he loved that.
so when I turn
Good odds.
Now I know
Yeah.
why. Now I know why you
Yeah.
joined the play.
so when I turned up for the first rehearsal, there was like a group of like 10 women in a circle around Johnny, just like listening to him talk, you know, because he's introducing, like, you know, I understand, like at the time you're coming in, you're the main character, you're just like talking to the people that turn up, and I'm like listening to him, and I'm just like sitting down looking at him, and I'm just, you know,
and I'm
observing.
having a great time.
And he's having so much fun.
But I'm
talking
looking
to all these
over
women.
at the girl over there, and I'm like, "What's that girl's problem over here? Why isn't she talking
At
to me?"
her?
Yeah, like, you know.
And you're staring at him like love at first sight, right?
Oh yeah.
Look at this Italian
Oh, love that.
boy.
Yeah,
He's got. He's
people
a
thought I had a
smooth
fake
talker.
accent, like I was like putting it on for the play. I'm like,
No,
you know
this
what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
Well, no,
This
it
is
was
like-
more
this
like
isn't
at
heavy.
first I was just looking at him, but then when we went into the actual rehearsal and we started rehearsing, you know, everyone else was like head in script, you know, not
Yeah.
paying attention. But when he went on stage for the first time, like the only person paying attention was me. So it's like he had everyone's attention, and then when he went up to act, it was just like that's
Yeah.
when we were looking at each other,
and I was
just
really
like, I'll
nervous
see you.
because it's my first play I was ever in. And after being on like in a couple things in TV and film, I was just like, I want to try acting like in the theater. And it was my first play. I had like 40 lines in every scene. There's 15 scenes. I had like 300 lines I had to memorize. Like,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, oh shit, like, you know, like all right.
Yeah, nervous. I mean,
Yeah.
your first one,
How
you
did
got
you
a lot
prepare?
of lines.
How do you prepare for such a workload like that? Being that you never acted before.
I mean, I playing just working, I don't know, working.
Rinse and repeat, just
football,
practicing?
preparation.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
when you have when preparation. This is a quote from my high school football days. Like preparation meets determination. Like,
Yeah,
you
what?
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Something like
Yeah,
that.
you learn a playbook. You learn
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's not
Yeah,
like you
exactly,
didn't
exactly.
hold because you're moving and speaking at the same time in a play. So like it's not that different.
It makes more
It's
sense.
exactly like, I mean, in football, you got how many plays? And I mean, any sport,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Any
yeah.
team sport.
whatever you're doing, if you're
there's a lot of play,
memorizing
yeah.
movements with things,
You gotta know where you gotta be at the same time, what you have to say, right? Because you can't.
Yeah.
You're certainly not silent. I mean, I played basketball. I know you played
Yeah, yeah.
football. You're certainly not silent.
No,
and
you
if you
can't be.
were,
That means
got
you
trouble.
get
Yeah.
exactly.
But
You're
you're-
getting your butt
yeah.
whipped.
And
Exactly.
you played linebacker at Keene State,
Yes.
right? New Jersey.
Yes, and yeah.
So
King
yeah, I
River,
mean, you're a
yeah.
linebacker. You got to know all the defensive.
Yeah,
plays
you're
on
like,
the
yeah,
floor.
you're the
of
general
course.
on the field, right?
Yeah, but I enjoyed being the wedge buster more on kickoff. You know what I mean?
The wedge buster.
You just like to
yeah,
hit
yeah,
people.
yeah.
You just like to
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
people.
That's why I played linebacker.
Run full speed and hit somebody.
Who was your idol that you looked up to?
Jeremy Shockey was like when I was a young kid. Like, you know what I mean?
I just saw some
Wow.
recent Jeremy Shockey highlights, and I forgot how much of an animal
Yeah, he was the best, bro.
He was
He's
an
the best.
animal.
Yeah.
Jeremy
Oh my
Shockey.
God.
Jeremy
Well, if you're a
Shockey,
football
you know.
fan, we've had Ed Reed. I don't know if you know who Ed Reed is.
Of course.
We've had him on the show before.
Yeah,
We've
Okay,
had
yes.
Fred Robbins, Eric Coleman.
yeah. Fred Robbins from the Giants. He
Okay.
played D line
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
Giants,
Yeah.
and then Eric Coleman was on the Jets.
Ed
And-
Reed on the Ravens.
Yeah,
Did we
Ed
have
Reed.
one more?
Wow. Yeah, of course.
No, we had basketball players.
And
John
John
Starks. and all that
Starks,
stuff, but-
Kevin Daly.
So okay, so let's go back to this. So you guys meet at the play.
Yes.
Okay. He's on stage. You're off stage. You're watching him. He's memorizing all these lines. Did you have a lot of lines too?
Not as many.
Not
no,
as
not
many.
really.
Okay.
No.
So then, how did you guys? All right, you meet, and then
Well,
did
what
you
happened
guys
was
start
the
dating
first-
immediately, or
Well, with the first scene, the character that was supposed to interact with me was missing. They hadn't showed up yet, so they needed someone to stand in. And Millie came down and stood in as this character. And it just happened that the character had to kiss me on the cheek.
Yeah.
no
The first second.
shit?
So
She
I'm
knew what
just-
she was doing.
So I'm there. I'm
got
like
you.
trying. I'm like speaking to myself, like trying to memorize the note, like the
Yeah,
the
and you're
word.
like, and all you kept thinking is she's about to kiss.
You're like
me,
Luca
she's about to
Brasi
kiss
in The
me.
Godfather. Like,
Yeah,
I hope your
exactly.
son is a man.
Exactly. Except I don't look like
Now
Luca
tell-
Brasi, so I got a little like God on with me a little bit more.
Now tell me,
You know?
listen, tell me that ain't divine intervention if I've ever heard of it.
What's that?
yeah.
Right? The person that was supposed to kiss you just didn't show up that day.
Yeah.
And who steps in? Your future wife.
Yeah. Seriously.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me that's not
And
divine
she
intervention.
comes down and like gives me the wettest, best kiss right on the cheek, and I just like forget everything I'm saying.
All the
And he's
little,
just-
little birdies
No,
start flying
he's just
around.
looking across at me, like, and we're meant to have lines, and he's like, "How
I'm
are
down,
you?
like, how you
What-
doing? How's
what-
everything,
he's just,
sweetheart? I
looking at
just
me
went
like-
right into being myself.
Like,
I'm
so
like, listen, we're gonna
how
talk
you-
after this.
You were like,
all
so
right?
how you get, like, you started talking, and the director was like, just start from the top, and then he just carried on talking to me, and he was like, so, yeah.
That's amazing. I
Yeah.
love that.
I mean,
That's
just think
so
about
good.
that, right? Like, what would have happened if the person that was supposed to be there showed up to work on that day,
Yeah.
right?
And then at
Something
the end of
happened,
the
ain't sure.
rehearsal, I had to go to work or something, and he was like talking to 100 people afterwards, like they were asking him where he was from, like
No,
all of
because
this.
the director was like giving me a hard time too. So I had to
but it
deal
was
with him.
like he was talking to people after, so I just left. And then the next rehearsal, we were both 15 minutes early, just us two in the room for 15 minutes before the next rehearsal. So
There you go.
that's the
And
divine
And
intervention.
the rest is
That's
history,
it.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I love hearing stories about that, right? I have a crazy story about how I met my wife, divine intervention too, and
Yeah.
I love hearing those stories because I'm like, too many things had to.
Tell me the story about your
happen.
wife. I want to know.
Well, so my wife is from Texas,
Okay.
okay, and I can go back. I can trace it back like
Let's get the cliff notes on this.
quite a number of years.
Justin
but
likes to talk a lot.
so I'll do it really quick. I'll do it really quick. Ready?
No, dude,
When I
just
was-
give me some time.
I
Come
gotta
on.
bust his chops.
We do have. I mean, this is a podcast. We can do
Yeah,
it.
fuck it. It's
So,
the story of your wife.
okay,
Come
I'll do
on.
it
We're
very-
hanging out.
Yeah.
So, in college, okay, I went to school for electrical engineering and I minored in business, okay? I was dating a girl at the time that was long distance, okay? and didn't really work out. We just kind of parted our ways. But part of that had led me to, I don't want to say fall off of my work, but I had to stay an extra half of a semester to finish my minor. Part of it was, I was kind of getting a little sidetracked, but I also wasn't offered the classes at the right time, whatever the case may be. I had to stay another semester to finish a minor. Okay, so I graduated in 5 years and 1 semester. My program was actually 5 years. So I meet his father as the guy who actually hired me at the company that I work for. So nice. I had met his dad 3 years prior as a sophomore. Okay. Fast forward 3.5 years later, when I finally graduate, I am looking for a job. I'm working at a pizzeria, and I go to this interview, and they offer me the job. And I get this gut feeling that says, like, no, this is not the job for you. Hold off for something better. Okay. And it was God telling me, don't take the job. I don't take the job. 2 weeks later, I get an email from his dad. Okay. Hey, I remember you from 4 years ago, whatever. I go in, his dad hires me. Okay. Now we have these sales conferences that are down in Texas. Go to the sales conference, go to the big resort, and my wife is the bartender. Okay. We start talking, whatever. I go back to New York. Don't exchange numbers, nothing. A year later, I go back to the same conference. I go to the bartender. I said, hey, is that tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl? She still here? They go, yeah, she's Kelly. She'll be in tomorrow, so I'll be back tomorrow. Came back the next day. I said, hey, do you remember me? She goes, yeah, I remember you from last year. I said, all right. So we start talking. I get the phone number. 6 months later, she moves to New York. 5 years after that, we got married.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I go back thinking, I said, if I didn't stay the extra semester to finish school, if I didn't turn down the job that offered me, accept the job from his dad, I wouldn't have gone to these things. I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have met my future business partner.
Yeah.
So you trace it all the way back to, and I'm like, if that's not divine intervention, like setting everything up.
No, it is.
Absolutely.
It's weird how life
saying?
works. Yeah. Very weird how things
So
work.
when I hear stories like that, it really hits me because I'm like, there's too many things for it to be coincidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's God.
There's
like
too many things that have to line up for you two to meet like that. And then the next day you show up 15 minutes early and you have 15 minutes of just you guys to sit there and talk.
I know.
And now fast forward, you guys are married and you make an independent film that's on Amazon Prime. Like, the fuck? That's not coincidence. That's not coincidence.
Yeah, you guys don't spend money on a wedding. You spend money on making a fucking movie.
Well, that was awesome. That was the big thing because, getting married, we're gonna have this big wedding in Spain. There's all this pressure, all this, and we're just like, all right, we're gonna do it, and then bam, COVID hits, and the wedding gets canceled.
And I just look at Johnny straight away, like, let's make the movie.
There's the little sign right there.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow. I was just like, I was blessed. Like, that's the greatest thing you could ever ask you, like, for a while. And now I know why I got married.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. You saved a couple bucks too in the long run.
Yeah. Well, I said, like, for
me, for the better.
For me, it was just like I would have got like I would have just not remembered it the next day, half of the night. Yeah. So it's just like,
Yeah.
Now, before we get into Bless Me Father, I do have to ask because I found out that you played a small role in one of my favorite shows, The Peaky fucking Blinders.
Yes.
How the heck? So you go from just taking a college course, going to acting school, and then showing up in one of the most popular shows as a mafioso gangster, henchman.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Where was that road? How did that lead you there?
Living like I was doing Wall Street, and I was like, working. I was trying to get my Series 6 and my Series 7, become a stockbroker and do all this, make money. I just wanted to make money.
Which is not a fucking life. That life sucks.
No, it is. It
Let's
does.
be honest.
Listen,
how many people are in that life like, I fucking love my job?
No, they die and they're not all right.
Yeah.
You make a lot of money, but they fucking hate their job.
Exactly. You make what you got to do and leave. But with the money I did with that, see, I was trying to do a lot. I was doing that during the week, and on the weekend I was selling real estate in Hoboken and Jersey City. So I was like really just like trying to make money. I don't know why, but like because I probably had none, so I was just
gotta
trying
make
to,
money. Money makes the world go around.
I mean, like with the pop culture, how it is out there, like it's just money.
Gotta make money, man.
Exactly. So no, my mom set me up.
Yeah.
And she was like, you got to go to acting. So then I went to Stella Adler, and then there was like somebody I knew had the audition for, they said, we need an Italian mobster from New York to be one of the henchmen in the Peaky Blinders. Like, like you think you could like do that? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. Like,
that's easy.
Like, so I auditioned for like a really big part, but it was my first acting
Which part
role.
you know what part it was?
It was the guy that was his like right hand man.
Oh, okay, yeah. What was his name? His name was he's a really popular actor. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but he was the mafia boss guy.
So did you have an agent that?
No, I
or did you
didn't.
just stumble upon? Like,
I
how did
just
you find
stumbled
this
upon-
audition?
Here, Gianni, if you want to lean back, you just put
it
this.
moves closer.
All right, so like,
Nah.
no, we just know like.
We know people. You
No,
know?
I
don't know what you want from me. Like,
Before, because I'm gonna ask her about that. I'm gonna ask her to do the voice because that's very different. Like
Right.
switch the voice.
No,
right?
like,
but
no, we just like you. So
I just feel
had to be one of the henchmen for the.
but how did you find the
because
audition?
the guy who was Luca Cingretta,
Yeah, that's who it was.
Adrian Brody, he's a good family friend of mine. So you just like he was just like
So you knew a guy who knew a guy.
exactly.
There you go.
know?
That's easy. That's easy. I like
Yeah.
that.
But that's cool.
Exactly.
So you actually auditioned for a bigger role.
Yeah, so like they wanted me to get a bigger role, but like then they're like, send your resume. I had nothing.
You're like, yo, listen, I got nothing.
I got cobwebs.
You know what I mean? I got a whole lineup of like
my
clubs
resume,
that I've
right?
been
Yeah.
kicked out of.
That
like,
was
you
the
know
re-
what I
it was
mean?
good
Like,
enough.
Hey, what
I
you
got a
see
lineup of
is what you
girls. You know what I
got,
mean?
you
What do
know?
you want me to do? I'm
I got a
living in
different
the
resume if you want
I'm
to see that
living in the
one.
real world every night. Like
You're
I'm
like,
ready
listen,
to go. Like,
I was passed out in the piazza
Yeah,
in
dude.
Italy about 2 weeks ago, and now I'm here at an
Exactly.
audition.
I don't know
Okay,
what the hell is going on.
Exactly.
So-
I was living like how like movie stars like live. I was living like that, just being myself, like in my area growing up. Like I'm not saying I'm a movie star, but
well, no, technically you are.
I
because
made
you
it- I
have
made it happen.
An award-winning film that you acted in.
in a local,
So you're
yeah,
a movie
in a-
star.
we're going for it, bro. We're
Yeah.
going. I was
Weird
actually
to
when
say,
I
right?
was a little kid. I was on a billboard in Times Square for a Perry Ellis like modeling commercial. I was a baby model, like in Times Square, like that. So it was like 360, like it was perfume, like
So your little
360.
baby ass is up on the billboard, right?
He's
Yeah,
mad
in
cute.
like a
He's
white
really
in like a
fucking
white
cute.
sack and like a red bandana.
in like
Yeah,
the arms of the
yeah.
most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
Oh,
like,
we can
smiling.
totally find that image.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
fucking
perfect.
send it to you.
Yeah.
What are you
put
talking
that,
about?
we can put that image
Yeah,
up.
come on,
We
yeah.
can find that.
Because
image.
I was on
I
the
want
top
that
of the
picture
world
signed
once,
in
bro.
here. That's the picture I want
Yeah,
signed in here.
that's
I was
the
on
picture
top
you
of the
want.
world once. Now I'm trying to get back there.
love
You know?
That's funny. So how was it work? So where was that shot? Was that shot in the UK? Was that in the other?
Yeah, that was in
Yeah.
Manchester.
because it was actually originally on the BBC, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It
It was in
was.
Manchester, and it was really cool. It was like so. Just going in the airport, I'm going to people like, listen, like I'm here for the Peaky Blinders. I gotta come over here and fucking whack Thomas Shelby, and they're like looking at me at the airport, and they looked at me, they're like, come on, we got a Peaky Blinder. Like in Ireland, they really did it. I was an Aer Lingus. That's the greatest air. Like there's this guy. He was really happy. He talked to me, and then he literally said hello to every single person that came onto the plane. Like I don't know because I told them I'm here to do the Peaky Blinders, so they put me in the front
No,
row.
Irish people are that nice.
And I was
Irish
McLaughlin,
people are that nice.
so like
Yes,
they
they
love
know.
me.
Yeah,
like,
they know. They
it's
know.
like, it
Now,
was-
did you have to learn like an accent? Did you? I'm assuming you had
well,
some
no,
lines.
actually,
in this.
the speaking lines I had in the Peaky Blinders were in Italian, but they were in a
Oh.
That's why he
Sicilian
was
dialect.
perfect.
Oh, but I mean, you speak fluent Italian, so you can.
I
It's
speak
probably,
fluent Napolitan. That's the thing, and this one you need to speak Sicilian. So I spoke my Napolitan, and the scene like they cut out a little bit, like, but like there was a lot. There was some more, but like
Is it now? Let me ask you this: is it difficult to speak a different dialect in, like, for instance, okay, we're New Yorkers,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
where you guys are from Jersey. We have a New York accent,
Yeah.
okay. We say coffee, we say all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I can put on like a down south accent and say coffee and y'all, how y'all doing, right?
Yeah,
I can,
yeah.
So it's the same
Very
language,
good.
but it's a little bit of a different accent.
Well,
Is that similar in Italian?
No, because in Italian it's like there's more of a Greek influence than a Roman
Oh,
influence.
okay.
Because back in the day, Naples in the south was first habitated, whatever, inhabited by
Is
the
that
Greeks.
even right? I don't even know if that's
I
right.
think that's right.
By
Is
the
it?
Greeks.
Inhabited?
It
And
just
then the
sounds right.
Romans
Just say
came
it.
and tried to take over, but like
Okay,
there was
so it's
always-
more so two different languages than different dialects.
yeah, and then it's
Okay.
Arabic as well. So it's all these like different like, but it's like it's very useful because it's like having the key to a city, because you could go to this place that you don't know anybody, but all of a sudden you're starting to say words that their grandparents say, because we live with my grandfather who's 97, who's actually the grandfather in the movie.
Yeah.
and like I'm his like like I take care of him because we don't have like the healthcare workers come through the house and like because it's just we wanted to keep it in the family at 97 and like
no, he needs pasta every day.
Yeah,
he's got to like eat
and he
the
needs
Italian
to be and like
food.
I shower him and like in the same bathtub that he used to like clean me when I was a little kid.
You gotta
like,
give it back.
And
Yeah.
my grandmother
So it all
passed
comes
away.
full circle.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
25 years ago, and like we just like 7 years ago started living together. So it was just like we taking care of each other now,
Love that.
Yeah,
And that's
love
why you're
that.
Italian, so
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
as well.
Because he's
So he's no English, is all Italian.
well, he has a cool story because my great grandparents came to America on their honeymoon when my great grandmother was pregnant, like 9 months, and she had my grandfather.
They knew what they were
in New
doing.
York.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
in Times Square, and they lived in
They were
Times
like, listen,
Square.
we're going to the United States
Yes.
and we're having a
Right.
baby there.
On
And
a
then because
boat.
he was an American, the
Right.
whole
American
family
citizen.
was
You're born
the
here,
whole-
American citizen.
Exactly, and then the whole family was able to eligible to become American.
Yeah, they
so
knew
then
they
they
knew
brought everyone
exactly
over.
what they were doing.
So he's like the
They knew.
golden ticket,
They
know?
knew.
Like, so he's always like
he's the
he's a
golden
legend.
boy. He's a
Yeah.
legend.
he's a
yeah.
legend. Like
He's a local legend as well. Where
Damn.
we live,
Yeah.
like you mention his name to anyone that's actually from the area, and they look at you. They're like, "So how do you know?" Like, it's my husband's
my
grandfather.
Yeah,
Like,
people are
like
like,
he's
oh, yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
John
yeah.
Cuomo.
John Cuomo.
John
Sorry, no, you
Cuomo.
do.
Cuomo.
But I told him, I said, Pa, don't you understand? You and Jesus Christ have the same initials, JC. And he just looked at me and started cracking up the other day. And I was like,
No relation to Governor Cuomo.
No.
right? We won't talk
Tappan
about
Zee Bridge.
We won't talk about that. It's still
Yeah.
the Tappan Zee.
Tappan Zee Bridge.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not the Mario Cuomo Bridge. It's the Tappan Zee.
So what is that?
No.
That's let me see. My wife speaks Italian, and she always used to try to teach me Italian. I'm half Italian, right? So she'd be like, "Come ti chiami?" And I would say, and she's like, "You sound like you're Asian or Chinese." And I'm like, "I'm saying it just like you. Come ti chiami?" She's like, "Mi chiami Eric." I'm like, "What's the difference?" She's like, "No, you're just sounding.
No,
you're
just
saying
stop
it wrong.
it.
Just
Stop.
So I always go, "Come ti chiami?"
You really
There
got
you
to
go.
get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the more you throw yourself into it, and
Yep.
the like sillier you feel, the better it comes out.
It's
sounding.
funny.
And when I do it, she's like, "Why did you like get all in?" I'm like, "Cause
You gotta
You
get
have
in.
to. You have to.
You know
go
what
to
I?
Chiami.
You know what I
She's
learned
like,
is
yeah.
that. So when I was in Italy, we went there for 2 weeks. I was telling you before we hit record. I went there for 2 weeks for my honeymoon, and I was trying to learn Italian. I've always been into the Italian culture, right? We're both big into like the whole mob movies and the Italian food and the Italian music and just the whole culture of Italy. So my wife and I are like, hey, we're gonna go to Italy for 2 weeks. So I started learning Italian prior to going to Italy, but I actually learned more Italian from this one car ride that we had. So we had a private driver when we were in Tuscany. We were going to wineries. And the private driver we had said, listen, I can't make it tomorrow, but my father is going to take you guys. Except my father is like 85 years old. And he doesn't speak a lick of English. He has 3 words in English. He knows wine, he knows cash, and he knows like one other word. Like
What else do you need
like-
to know?
like maybe one other word. Like good, like good. Maybe
The
he knows
two main
good, right?
essentials.
But he said, listen, he doesn't speak a lick of English. So he goes, you're going to have to try to learn it. I said, no problem.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the car ride, it took us about 45 minutes from our villa to the winery and then back. And he actually took us the next day too. But that 45 minutes, I learned way more Italian than I've ever learned on listening to apps or
Oh
playing.
yeah, you got to do it with
Yeah.
the
Just
old
because
people.
I had to.
The old Italians, because what the thing is they do is they speak Italian with the mind that you're just learning, so they don't use like
They're not going to be like, would you like a glass of water?
No,
They'll
like,
just be like,
water.
water?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
And that's the thing
Direct,
that
very
we
direct.
and
Yeah.
that's what we were saying
Yeah.
because like when I was learning it, they would tell you all of these like the proper way. Can I have a glass of water?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like nobody says that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you
No.
want, like for instance, in English, when you ask somebody, would you like a drink? You're not going to say, would you like a glass of water? Be like, yo, you want some water?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you just say that.
Well,
so,
Millie actually can't in,
Oh my
in America
God.
because her accent. She'd be like,
would you like some water?
No, but it's
Say it, say it.
it's beyond.
No,
Because
no
I'll
one
be in
understands.
restaurants and I'll just be like, "Can I have some water, please?" And
Can I
they'll
have
look
some
at me
water,
and they're like,
please? Yes.
"What's she saying?" And I'm like, water.
Yes.
And then you keep, and you just like, and
they're
but
like,
it's called
and they're going like
it's
water, and I'm like, bro, water.
No,
Like,
listen.
get the water.
You know what? Go
Get
to
the water.
Go to
Nice.
Come on.
Go to Texas. It's funny when I go to Texas with my wife and I say coffee and water.
Yeah.
Every single because they say water and
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah.
So every time I say, hey, can I get some? They go, what would you like to drink? I'm like, I just have a glass of water. They go, what?
Yeah.
Like a glass of water? I'm like, no, water. Just give me some fucking water. Right?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing. But yeah, like I would tell the guy in Italian, I'd be like, sono americano, sto imparando italiano. I'd be like, I'm learning Italian.
Yeah.
And he would be like, oh, okay. And then he would just point and say stuff. And then I would say, oh, hold on. And I would like go to Google, like, how do I say that? How do I say this word?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, like, how do I say, engineer?
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
what do you do for work? How do I say engineer?
Engineer.
Yeah.
And I would go to Google engineer, and I would just say it, and then he would.
I learned half the time if you just say the word in English, with
It's
like
close
It's
like,
close. It's close.
like, they will understand if you don't know the word.
Yeah, if you put a little like oomph behind
like,
it.
Yeah,
I know,
act
like-
it out a bit.
Yeah, it's
Like,
Gotta
like,
act
what
it
goes
we-
a
out.
long way.
Or you
God,
like,
so-
yeah, we've created words in America too, speaking Italian, like, cause like the basement, like in Napolitan, like down below is the abash,
basement.
vai abash, and then like or vai langop. That's go on top or go underneath, and then like
There is no word for basement, right?
yeah, there isn't.
There's
but
no
like,
word.
but then my grandfather calls it the bashament.
Bashament.
Because it's like the basement, but it's the bashament.
The
It's like-
bashament.
and like I use that word in Italy, and they're like, "What the hell is the bashament?" And I'm like, "You don't know what the
Come
bashament
on, you know what that
is?"
is?
huh?"
That's
great.
fine. When we went to Italy, we had a thing on our phone. We had a note section of just the terms that were
Yeah, yeah.
important to us. Like one of the terms was possiamo avere un vino rosso, un bottiglia di vino rosso. Can I have a bottle of red wine? Right. That was like, this is what I need. I need to know how to say, can I have red wine, please?
You want to know what my one this year was? Should we tell them what the saying was? Kagomogats.
Kagamogats?
Yeah.
Kagomogats.
Kagomogats.
What
that
is that?
means shit on my
Show
dick.
me dick.
Kagomogats.
I drop it everywhere.
When you get really pissed off at somebody and you're just like,
Shit,
you like,
okay.
you
Da
just,
Kagomogats.
and,
Yeah.
and they'll just stop and they'll do exactly what you want them to do. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like
You just got to just throw your hands up and, hey, I'm
exactly. Like I told Millie because we were in Spain before we were in Italy, and I go, Mills, listen, Italy's like, do you see how we're in Spain and like
Everyone's
you hear the water
relaxed.
and it's just like,
It's very nice.
Calm.
Calm.
like there was like heat rays on the sun coming off the beach. And I'm like, wow. I was like, this is beautiful. I was
like
like, nah,
desert-
Italy. I was
desert
like,
heat.
the second you go to Italy, every time everyone speaks to each other, you're gonna think that they're screaming and they want to kill each other, but they're just talking.
That's Germany, too.
Yeah.
Germany, you will think that everybody is pissed off.
And
Just because of the
that's
dialect, it
And,
just
like,
sounds
we
like
get off
everybody's
the plane.
mad.
We get
Yeah.
off the plane. The cab drivers are in each other. Oh, fine. Like they're going at it. And Millie was like, "Wow, you're not joking." I'm like, "Yeah."
It was
it's
literally
crazy.
as we left the airport.
But that's
That's how it is.
I also think
Southern
that's
Italy.
Italian Americans too. Because,
Well, like, if you would- like,
if
know,
you were to
my
say
wife's
something-
family, I'm like, are you guys yelling at each other, or
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
with-
guys just like talking?
I'm like that with my mom.
Yeah.
I'm like that with my mom and
Yeah.
my grandfather because he's kind of deaf, so I have to scream. So that's the only way he could hear me. You
I
know?
told my wife when she first came up to family dinner because we haven't had them in quite some time. My family's had kids now and stuff, but we used to have family dinners. We get together and I said, listen, you just have to understand something. I said, we're not Italian. I said, we're German. There's some Irish in the family that got married in, but like me, my sister, my mother, we're German. My stepfather's German. There's some Irish. So just being from Long Island, everybody kind of
Yeah.
they speak loud.
Yeah.
I said,
Association.
somebody will talk. They'll be having a conversation, and then
Yeah,
somebody else will
100%.
speak louder. So you just have to. We're not yelling. We're not mad.
Yeah.
This is just how we talk.
It's just like
It's your art of conversation.
It's how we
And
talk.
I love it. I feel like they do it in New Jersey as well. It's like
Oh,
an
yeah,
art of
definitely.
conversation. Like this room is hard to just hold like one in between the four of us. Like like constantly you want to have two and two
Yeah.
because the way people just work in conversation here is like it's totally
Well,
okay.
When I used to work
to just keep
in
going.
Atlanta, I used to work in Atlanta for half a year or so. And I was the only guy from New York, and everyone thought, I'm in the mob, I'm in this. I'm like, you see my last name? I'm like, first, because I taught, I have a Long Island accent.
They just
Yeah,
think
yeah,
from
yeah.
New York.
Like this.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
think,
I said one of my best friends still to this day. He's from Texas. I said the word. I said, let me get some mozzarella, and they're like, "What'd you just say?"
yeah, they don't even know what
I'm
that
like,
means.
mozzarella, and they're like, yo, hold on. He calls his friend. He's like, yo, listen to how my buddy says mozzarella. And I'm like, right,
you know, it's actually.
But hold on, it even gets better. I'm on the phone. We're cold calling, right? This is like a sales gig for AT&T.
Yeah.
We're slamming the phones. And this guy from like Michigan, I'm like, hey, this is Eric from AT&T, blah, blah, blah. And I want to know what you're doing for technology. And he's like, I don't need any technology. I don't even need it. Why you call me? I'm like, well, how do you operate as a business? I kind of just gave it back to him, right? Yeah. As any New Yorker would.
Yeah.
As soon as I said that, there's like 20 other kids in this cubicle area, and they all just went, yo, why is Eric like that? Why is Eric yelling at that guy? And I'm like, I'm not yelling at the guy. He was just talking to me. I was just talking back. I was matching his voice. Like, oh, I would never be able to do that. I'm like, well, yes, that's what makes me better.
Exactly.
I'm just trying the whole time not to do that. I'm just like, just bring it down. Just the whole time, just telling myself, just calm down, subdue, don't say anything. Like, literally, that is 99% of my thoughts are just like, don't say it. Yep. People are going to think you're too rude, too sarcastic. Like, the whole time.
Happens all the time.
The whole time.
It's funny because when my mother speaks fluent German, and whenever she was talking to my grandmother, who's no longer with us, may she rest in peace, but when she would talk on the phone in German, everybody would be like, why are they so angry? Like, why is she... They're not angry.
It's just an old school
and
thing.
I understand like very little bits of German. I can speak very little bit of German, but everybody goes, why are they mad?
Yeah.
They're not mad. She goes, she sounds like she's pissed off. Like, why does it sound? It sounds all. I go, that's just how German sounds.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you said like, can I have a beer? Ich habe eine Bier.
Yeah.
It sounds like. Why do you sound so?
I don't even know when you say nine. I don't even know what that means in German. That just sounds aggressive.
No.
It means no.
Oh, okay.
Nine. Yeah. Kann ich habe eine Bier?
I never knew what that meant. I just knew nine because they always
there's a lot of back in the. It sounds nasty.
No. That's like in London.
That's why they're saying it like that.
In London, you walk around and they'll be like the way they greet each other. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
You're all right.
And
that sounds like you're from Jamaica. You're all right, man.
Well, I smoke enough weed to be from Jamaica, you know.
No, but you know how like the New Jersey, Hudson County area, they say "How you doing?"
Yeah,
like that would be the thing. How you doing? How you doing?
You're all right.
So like where it's just like you, it would be you are you all right? But
You're
where
right.
like people just change short and it just goes to like, all right, like. That's the greeting.
And for me, around
that's kind of like,
here,
are you good? You good?
Yeah,
exactly. But like for
exactly.
me, like I don't know, where I grew up, if someone's like, "Yo, you alright?" Like I'm just like, "Oh, like you want to go? Like you want to fight?
Yo,
like,
bro,
what's
you
up?"
alright?
Yeah. So like I was like,
so like 3 people walk
London,
past us.
you all right? And I was just like, "What's good, guys?
Like,
like
I'm
what's
ready,
up?
yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
like I got
right.
asshole on my forehead or something. Like you know." Like,
It's so crazy how different regions, they have different ways.
The how you doing though? The how you doing is put in the pocket and used for the phone calls.
It is so.
When you have to fucking call someone though, and someone says hello, this is if you just be like, "Hi, Abigail, how you doing?" And they're like,
I'm
doing. Thank you for asking. Like literally, if you just pop that in the pocket,
go down to Texas. You got to say how y'all doing.
I have a real thing about how you doing. Everyone says how you doing as like a as their how do you want to call it? Like it's just saying hi, what's up, what's going on? You say how you doing. So I make a strict like in my head to say how you. I don't want to say how you doing.
Yeah.
And there's one
just
time.
give in, just do it.
I
Why
can't,
not?
It's so robotic. It's so
Yeah,
robotic.
no,
'Cause
I
you don't
get it,
really
I get
care
it.
how I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then when you actually get to that person and say, well, I'm really having a bad day, and it's like, well, I don't really give a shit about
just
it.
say, so my asshole. Like,
No, the answer is good.
Yeah, exactly. How you doing?
Good.
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
They don't want any other
When I
answer.
say how you doing, I really don't care how you're doing.
No.
I'm just saying it just to say
The
it.
only answer is good.
Yeah, I'm good.
It should just be.
good.
It
Yeah.
should be a given.
That's it.
I just want to hear back. Good.
It's like the
You?
elevator. You get in
Good.
the elevator, you say, how you doing?
Good.
And they go, oh, well, I did. My wife cheated on me. Like, I really don't give a fuck, man. Just say good
There
and
was
get
a
off the
kid
fucking
once in a
elevator.
Unless it's a pretty woman, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother thing.
That's
you know?
different. Yeah, that's different. How you doing? But one time I was in a grocery store and this kid was just robotic. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So I was like, I'm gonna fuck with this kid.
Yeah,
He's like, hey, he wasn't even looking. He was just even looking. He's just like, how you doing? How you doing? I was like, do you really care how I'm doing? And he's like, yeah. How are you doing? And I was like, chill, buddy. I'm just fucking with you. I'm like,
Yeah.
Try to say something different. He's like, all right, but how are you doing? And I'm like, bro, just bag my
Well,
groceries.
actually,
And he was like, oh, somebody wants to talk to me?
Leave me alone. Yeah. Get out of here.
leave me alone.
All right. So let's get into Bless Me Father.
Yeah.
Okay, we
yes.
got to get into this because we both watched the movie. I actually watched it this morning.
Okay, beautiful,
Fresh.
beautiful.
And so it's fresh
Nice.
in my mind. So
Nice.
good.
Any questions?
I must say,
favorite part.
I do have
two
some
different,
questions.
you know, you're very serious role. You know, as soon as it opens up, you're very dramatic.
Oh,
you know, you're
love it.
way
Did a
more
great
laid,
job.
way more laid back and chill now.
Yeah,
I can't even explain.
Okay,
completely
yeah.
different
So
person.
okay,
It's a
so
big
for people
transformation.
that are listening, right, or people that are watching, so in the film you play Vincent, right, in the film, who's the lead role in this film, Bless Me Father, and you play his girlfriend, kind of. You're not really seeing each other, but you see each other a little bit, so you're kind of like separated or whatever. Tina, and I will say that when I was first shown the movie. We were looking up your IMDb profiles. I don't know if it was on IMDb, but you get what I'm
one
saying.
of them, yeah.
And I saw your picture, and Eric goes, I said, so who are they both in the film? Does he produce it? What's their roles in both? He goes, no, they both play in the film. I was like, all right, well, Gianni, I can see. I was like, but Milly-May, I don't. Who does she play?
Yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
oh, she's Tina. And I go, no, bullshit, she's not Tina. So I'm watching the movie, and I'm like,
yeah.
then I'm looking at the picture, and I'm like, holy fuck, they did an incredible job.
Yeah.
Like an incredible job with the makeup and the hair.
Yeah.
The big long brown hair. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
they
it
did
was
a
Jersey
perfect.
girl attitude.
Jersey girl
Yes.
attitude, right?
Yes.
So then and it reminded me of the movie Wolf of Wall Street. And Margot Robbie plays this girl from the Duchess of Bay Ridge,
Yes.
right?
You are
Yes.
so nice.
And she's an Australian woman,
yes.
and she just lays on this thick Brooklyn, like Staten
Yes,
Island
yes.
accent, right?
The
So when
best.
we first met, and I heard that you have an English accent, I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, it's
Like she
crazy.
put on, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So can you do the accent for us real quick?
I feel like I live in it half my life.
Can you say? Can you say something? Can you answer like a couple questions about the movie in the accent?
Of course.
Okay, so we got to ask. So let's ask.
I got
So Tina, what do you think about the podcast so far?
It's going good. It's going good.
What do you think about the
Go
cigar?
for it,
Have you
go for
tried
it.
smoking a cigar? What do you think about it? Is it difficult?
It's dirty. Oh, I do not like that. I don't know what's going on.
What gets your blood boiling on a daily
I
basis?
feel like I can do this accent angry, but I'm just like I don't want to
You
do
gotta-
this
you gotta
right now.
go
Like
there.
I don't want to.
I loved
my
it. It's
God.
funny because when I
Well, don't worry, it will just come out. Like whenever I feel like you guys deserve it, I'll just let it
just
out.
gotta say,
you know that?
Are you fucking kidding
yeah.
me?
Don't
Oh,
worry, out of
it's-
nowhere.
it's
You're
great.
living
Out of
in
nowhere.
my house.
Yeah.
You're not working.
You're not even working. You don't make any fucking money. I thought there was a
I'm like editing that. And I'm like, oh my
love it,
God.
love it.
So let's
yeah,
go
I have
back.
a couple questions
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the movie
You
too.
started.
Yeah.
You said you started the script for Bless Me Father 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that on the set, like on Peaky Blinders. The actors were just like, if you want to become a big time lead actor, where you want to put yourself out there, you got to write your own movie and just make it and get it produced. And that was the journey. Like, that was the journey from then.
And how did you come up with the plot, the whole storyline? Like, what goes into that creative process?
Well, there was a whole summer of so I went literally when they told me that, I went to my hotel room, and because I couldn't sleep that night because I was in Manchester and the hotel was right next to the soccer stadium, and it was a derby game or a derby game, and it's
Not
like
derby. It's
yeah,
fucking
it's the
derby.
derby.
It's the
But I
derby.
like saying the derby. You know
It's
what I
the
mean?
derby. Y'all want to go to the derby.
You know, but the derby, and it was Manchester City versus Manchester United, so it was like going
Oh, it's
crazy.
probably lit. It's
So-
probably crazy.
So I was feeding off of that energy, and I just wrote the script in just loose leaf paper on the outline of the movie, not script form, but novel form.
Sure.
And I was taking the energy from the set from Peaky Blinders, and then I'm also thinking about the writer of Harry Potter. I'm she was writing the book in a pub in England, and I'm in Manchester my first time, and I'm in there. I'm just taking up all this energy that's
Yeah.
just
And so when you,
I love that.
You were
Yeah.
just did you? All right, let me back up. Did you know that you wanted to write a movie, or they were just telling you hey, listen, if you want to get it, you got to start writing? something?
yeah.
So you were just fuck it. I'm
Fuck.
just out of the blue. This is the story.
Well, because I'm why would I be on the set of Peaky Blinders and you having Adrian Brody and like these 2 other guys that were in
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, and they're telling me this, and I'm just like,
all right, fuck. Now I got to do it.
yeah. It's like, 'cause why else would God? And I say, why
yeah.
else would God put me here unless like this? Like if I wasn't meant to do this, then why would I be here getting the ultimate like what is it
Experience?
when you know something's right and it's like a justification, a sign, just like you have these guys telling you.
Yeah,
Go do
I
this,
hear you.
kid. They're
I
not
hear
like,
you.
hey, good luck and like, you know, like
No, they're like,
back
hey,
up.
listen, I see this is what you got to do.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what
They're like, all right, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
how much did that script change?
it changed a lot. It
Oh
changed,
my god, it changed so
it
much.
changed like it changed up until like a week before we filmed it, and then
Yeah.
I stopped paying the program where it was, so I don't even have the script. Like
Yeah.
it's like I have like the script printed out like 1,000 times, but like I don't have a hard copy of the script.
Don't,
anymore.
really?
don't
Yeah.
put this in there, but fuck Celtics.
Yeah, no, but
Fuck
relax.
Celtics.
Well, I don't even know what
Sorry.
Celtics is, so fuck
They-
them.
it's not, no, but they
Fuck them. Sorry, I just want to get that out. You can put it in there. If you
There's
want.
Tina.
Don't
That's
like
a
it.
there you
There you
go.
go, exactly.
Fuck the fucking Celtics. They
Yeah.
suck. I hate them.
Yeah,
You know what?
seriously.
With going back to that Wolf of Wall Street, but they were
Yeah.
asking her about the accent too, and they said that she goes, "Well, my acting coach said just pretend like you got acrylic nails and they're still wet." So they said to her, and she goes, "What?" And the acting coach said, "Just pretend like you have acrylic nails and they're still wet." So she goes, and then just do the lines. So she goes, "Okay." She's like, "So, I put my hands like this, and then I was talking to her. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her, and and I just started coming out, and I just started talking like this, and I was saying, fuck you and fuck,
That's
and it just
fucking
like came out."
perfect.
She goes, "I didn't think it would work, and I would just kind of,
Those
Yeah.
are the little notes though that like
Yeah.
that's like the secret of filming, I think. Like, like Millie's really good at that
Yeah.
because she could transform like that, and she also, like, when we're on set and we're filming, she knows how to get the actors in the right mindset for the scene.
Yeah.
like you gotta start doing the movements of what the character is doing. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, if he's an Italian character, the Italians are going to talk with their hands. You got to start talking with your hands.
No
and-
one really did that, though.
And then you kind of,
Everyone was
like-
just being themselves.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, no one was putting on an
Yeah,
accent. It
because-
was just me. Like,
well, they were all Italian people.
no,
that
but
you
like the
used,
rest,
right?
the rest of those guys.
Yeah,
that's
everybody
them.
else was like,
Like,
No, I
they
was saying,
talk
like,
like
if
that.
you're not Italian,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah,
try to,
yeah.
then you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to try
of
to
course,
put on
of
Italian
course.
accent.
Yeah.
Start
Yeah, if you're
acting
Italian,
like
you're just Italian.
do
No,
like
but
what the
exactly.
Italians do.
Those
and
those guys
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
they're authentic. Like
That's-
that's
Yeah, in the
why.
film.
That's
You can
why.
tell, you
but
can
that's why
tell.
the accent was so good for me because
Yeah.
I was around them every day.
Well, like-
that's true. That's true.
Millie
They-
got so we were on set, and Millie was in Tina's costume. Millie was Tina, and one of the actor Lorenzo comes up to me and goes, "Yo, who's the brunette over there?" And I was just like, I'm like, "Lorenzo, that's Millie, you fucking
And it's
retard."
just-
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And it was so funny because before he smiled at me and I just looked at him and I was like,
He's like, yo, who's
Lorenzo,
the-
this is such a nice
He
smile.
probably said, "Bro, yo, who's the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
bro?"
I'm just like,
Yeah, but
Probably
but
said.
because they were acting, they would
love
everyone killed
Everyone was
it
themselves.
so much. Like every single, none of them were actors. They all just came to
they're
set
just living their life.
and
Yeah.
just fucking
And
killed
it's all
it.
your friends and family for the most part, right?
Yeah,
In the movie?
love it.
So like my dad's the priest in the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like really so it was easy for me to like be the way I was in the confession booth and with the priest because it was my dad. Like all the words he was saying to me were all real. Like
You said it your whole life.
Yeah.
You know what?
Now, how did you convince, or were all your friends and family just like on board, or were you like, you guys gotta do this? Were they
Well,
like,
half of my friends would always say like the way we grew up and lived. They're always like, "Yo, they should make a movie of us." Like they made all this like
I think like every friend group says that.
Yeah,
like,
like,
yo,
we
love
should
it.
make a
I love
movie
it.
of us. And then I was just like, after I was in the Peaky Blinders, I was just like, we made that, and I was just like, listen, there's two ways you could go, and there's two ways that most people do is they make it to the Peaky Blinders, and then they turn their back on their community, and they try to become like go to Hollywood and become a movie star and become famous, which is amazing, you know. But what mine was, I was just like, you make Peaky Blinders. I opened up the back door. I opened up the back door, and now I'm turned around to my community, and I'm like, "Yo, guys, let's do this, and let's like."
And I
let's go
applaud
through the back
you
door.
for doing that because I really do like that you made a movie where you didn't use any like famous actors.
Yeah.
You used your friends. You used people that you know. You used like Everybody said hey, and made and showed that you can make a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
Without using these
Thank
big
you.
names that everybody knows. Because I'll be honest, like I didn't know anybody. In the film,
but
I didn't know anybody.
Half
And it
of
was
the
still
people don't even have
fantastic.
photos on the IMDb
Yeah.
because
It was
it's just
fantastic.
because
They're
not
all,
to
they're
throw
all
everybody under the bus,
They're
but
all like,
they're all professionals, but like you had to be like arrested to be in this movie. It's like all like
we're
a real
saying the
thing.
complete
Hey, listen,
opposite.
I've been arrested. I've been arrested twice.
No,
So
so
if
have I.
you,
Like,
if
you know,
you need
girl
another,
boy.
if you
Yeah.
need somebody in your next movie,
Exactly.
listen,
No, and it's
I
like-
checked that box off.
Exactly.
All right?
You're
I'm
in. You're in.
I'm
Get in there, kid.
I'm
you
in.
know what I mean?
I love it.
But
Well, what was I was just gonna. What the fuck was I just gonna say? I just had.
You just had something to
Because
say.
I have a
Yeah.
question about a scene
You
that I need
just
to ask
had
you
it.
What
about.
was I just fucking say?
All right, let me ask a question while
Yeah,
you think
go,
about
go,
it.
go.
And I'm going to ask this very cryptically, okay? Because I don't want, for the people that haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil the ending. So I'm going to, and I think if I do this right, you'll understand what I'm asking. So there was a scene in the movie when Vinny gets dragged out of the church, okay? And he goes into the back of a car.
Yeah.
And he sees somebody in the car.
Yeah.
Does he actually see that person, or is it
So that's
a
the
hallucination?
that's the
Oh,
Because,
that like
because the reason I'm asking this, because there's a scene prior to the movie,
I haven't-
right? There's a scene prior to that scene
the-
where you don't actually see it happen.
yeah. I
You
know.
don't actually see it happen. So then fast forward to that scene, I'm like, wait, did he?
Because it gave me like
That's what we wanted to do. I wanted because for growing up, I watched like the end of The Sopranos.
that's exactly what the fuck I was just gonna say. It gave me like the end of Sopranos.
All right,
vibe.
so that was intentional
You
for
make
people
it
to
your
think
own
like
ending.
maybe.
Yeah, I think like it's art. Fuck it, like
Yeah.
let's go there. And the reason, oh man, there's so many things I could talk about, but like I want to show that like there's still imagination out there. There's still things that like it doesn't have to be in black and white. It could be how your brain interprets it, and that's the beauty of it. Where one thing could spark 5 or 6 different organic thoughts and ideas, so it's just like people ask me like what happened, and I'm just like,
No, but I do appreciate. When I saw that scene, I'm like, in my head, I was like, wow, that's a nice twist.
And that's what I was saying. I was like, because Justin was just saying, he's like, what happened in the end? I was like,
Yeah.
I said, I don't really remember what happened. He's like, and I bought it, so it's on my Amazon Prime. So I pulled it up, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I feel like, because the intro is kind of like the Sopranos intro, and I was like, I feel like it gives you like imaginary, like figure out for yourself what happened. And I was like, that's what I kind of like, because you
It was
said,
good. It was a nice.
black and
It was a
white.
nice twist.
I never
It
knew
really
what indie
was.
meant. I never knew what an
Yeah.
indie movie meant. I thought indie was like a hipster thing.
I thought
My
indie
one
meant it
friend-
was from the Middle East.
Yeah.
yeah, but no,
And to
You know
God,
who's like-
I thought
you know-
that's what it meant.
you know who thinks that too? The guy who is the Don in like the boss in the movie.
Oh, was he?
He goes like, "Oh wow, we really are big in India, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll give you one. Like big in India, like it's indie,
I
indie."
swear, that's what I thought it meant.
Independent.
And then I was like, independent, and I'm like,
Independent means you're not getting you're getting screwed somehow, but like you're not getting like. So basically, it's like we didn't get bought out by a larger distribution company that would have took the rights of the film, made probably a lot of money with it, got a lot more marketing, all that type of stuff. But it would have been ours at the end of the day.
right?
You know what
it's
I
still,
found
it's
out?
still yours. So if anybody that rents it on or buys it,
Yes.
the money goes right to you guys.
Yes.
minus the Amazon
Yeah,
commission.
of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Because I found out Napoleon Hill was an independent movie.
Napoleon Hill.
I'm sorry,
Dynamite.
Napoleon
Yeah.
Dynamite,
Oh, I was
my
like,
bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
Napoleon
And
Hill
it was
wrote a
made for
book.
like $500,000, something like that. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
an independent film, and then I think it got bought. It
Yeah.
got bought by somebody. but
Yeah.
I
Napoleon
just found out.
Dynamite.
And
Teeny, you fat lard.
I think Napoleon Hill is actually a movie coming out. I think there's a new
Is it?
movie. I think there's a movie.
Napoleon Dynamite. I could like. I
Love
loved the quarter. I loved the uncle who's Uncle Rico,
Give
the
me that steak.
quarterback, doing the things in like,
Back in
hey
my day, I
everyone,
used
sit
to
down,
go- I
sit
used to
down.
go football
Sit
quarter
down.
mile.
I mean, I can do that
Give me that
because
steak.
I
No,
could
we
put
can
on
do
like
it.
my
Oh.
highlight tape on YouTube
Yeah.
from my high school back in like
you-
you know what
bet
I
you
mean.
I
I'm
get
like,
the-
come on, look at that.
Yeah.
Come on, I get like
Coach would put me in. We would on state.
there's all these guys like I was in like I played in 4 state championships and lost all 4 of them to Don Bosco, who was like national champs though.
Fuck
for a
Don
couple-
Bosco.
Yeah, man.
You know that?
No,
Let's
no
go.
idea. But he lost him.
Amen.
Well, fuck
And
that.
I like him better than whoever that fucking guy.
Yeah,
is.
where's that? Another Jersey school?
Yeah, North
Yeah.
Jersey.
Oh, that's a
More of,
school.
like, the
Fuck
nice-
'em. Fuck
yeah,
'em.
fuck 'em. Fuck
Fuck
'em.
them all.
There you go. I knew I'm in the right fucking place.
Fuck 'em
right
all.
now.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, when you said that, I just thought of my brother's face and because my brother went to prep too, and he would have loved to hear that too.
Fuck 'em all.
Fuck 'em all.
That reminds me of like the what's that scene from The Town when he walks in? He's like, "Listen," he goes, "I need your help."
Oh yeah.
He goes, "I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me
Yes.
about it later, but we're gonna hurt some people." And he goes, "Whose car are we gonna take?"
Right?
That's it, right? He's like, "Hey, listen, I need your help."
One
a
of my
good-
buddies
fuck somebody
actually
up.
texted
I don't
me
know
that.
who it is.
My
It's
buddy
Don
just
Bassett.
texted me that with no context.
Yeah.
And I just replied, "Whose car are we taking?"
Whose
He's like,
car we
"That's
taking?"
why I fucking love you."
That's it. Whose car we
The
taking?
Town, though, that's a great movie.
Oh.
That
That's
gave
like-
me.
yeah.
That's like I haven't actually thought about that being an influence of the movie, but that's also obviously like some type of got some influence from that filmmaking. I always thought because Ben Affleck, he's another act. Like there's so many actors like Sylvester Stallone, Ben Affleck, Adam Sandler.
Sylvester Stallone's got a great story.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
that and it's all
Great
about
story.
just guys believing in themselves and having a great team. And I'm blessed to have Millie, with me because she's the one that ignited it. She's the one that said, let's get the money and use it for the from not having the wedding. So how many people have a wife that's behind
Ask
them
Millie,
like that?
so as a female, right? Your dream is always to have a big wedding. All this stuff.
Who said that's my dream though?
Hey,
You know?
Okay, well, that was the assumption. You know
That
what
was
happens
the
when you assume.
assumption. You make an ass out of me and you.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
There's
right?
Tina.
So that's
There's
why-
Tina.
No,
There's
no,
Tina.
Tina,
No. There
you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Honestly,
Now
though,
Eric's just gonna, settle down
I'm
for this chair.
I'm so obsessed with everyone that's in this film. Like I'm obsessed. If I could spend every day with the cast, I'd be the happiest person alive. Like
So what was that? So, I would say majority, right? Most. I feel like girls want a big wedding. Not
Yeah.
you. You wanted to make your own movie.
Yeah.
What was your mindset going into that? Saying, I want to pay $100,000 for a wedding. I'd rather put X into this movie with you. What made you do that? What made you want to make a movie? Instead of getting married. Well, got married, but not have a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. We were already married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was already married.
We were
It
very
was just
married.
a party. We had a party every single day we made this movie.
Yeah,
That's true.
I
It's
had
just a
the
party.
sickest party every single the days we filmed. You know which scenes I'm talking about. I
in the
had
strip
the
club,
best
Yeah, I
those scenes
can
were
see
li-
that.
fucking
live
day
or
of my
lit,
life.
whatever
I
you
can
wanna
see
call
that
it.
because
You
you
know-
guys are probably in you're filming this section of the strip club, and the rest of them are probably in the back fucking party.
Like
if you,
exactly.
If you weren't
exactly,
in the scene that
exactly.
day, you're like fuck it.
Yeah, but also I just want
Everybody in that
you
part-
guys
just
to
say
know.
there's a lot of people going in and out of the bathroom in that part, and when we
Don't
like,
put this in there.
and then I'm thinking at the end I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like I had to
not
be the
allowed.
one just like, what do you do? Get out of the bathroom. Get out of the bathroom.
like fucking the Don when he's
Yeah.
like, I told you, don't mess with my fucking girls.
All
Get the
y'all
fuck
got-
out of here. How many times I gotta tell you?
It was all real.
I heard you,
you.
yeah, but you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
Get the
He's
fuck
an
out
OG.
of here.
He's a
He's a
legend.
fucking legend.
You know?
Love
like,
that.
What's his
Love
name?
Paris Branda.
Paris? His name's Paris.
Yeah.
I got to follow
That's
him on
a
Instagram.
sick-
I
Yeah, I saw that.
I
I
gave
saw
him a
that.
little
I saw that. I
What
saw
a
that. Yeah.
fucking name.
Paris. Yeah, he's
Paris.
the-
What is it?
I thought he
Paris
was a good
Brando?
Don. I
Yeah,
like-
well, when we asked him, like, do you want to be, in the movie, like, do you want to be the Don? And he goes, yeah, I always wanted to be the Don. I'll be like,
I can hear it. He's probably
yeah.
like, I am the Don.
No, that
yeah.
was it though. It was like when I heard his voice, I just looked at Gianni and I was like,
That's him.
"That's
And
how he
she's like,
fucking
how do you
sounds."
know him?
I
And
was like, "Oh my god,
I
his
the
sold,
Don.
voice."
I sold real estate with him in the
Ooh.
same office, and I grew up with his son, like his sons, like I was like in like I didn't.
The whole Balkan area.
I was friends
you know.
with them, so like I knew them, whatever. So he knew me from there, and I sold the house to a guy in Italian because he came in the office speaking Italian, and I just got up and started talking to him, and he bought the house like that week, bought a spot. I rented it out. And he was just like, listen, kid. He goes, half the people here speak English and they can't rent or sell a fucking thing. You're over here speaking Italian. He goes, come hang out in my office. And like, we just...
Yeah, let me show you a couple
Yeah, exactly.
things.
We just became friends,
My favorite part with
And
him-
my dad actually taught him in high school as well.
Yeah.
So that was like the real thing that like, it was like, all right. Like,
you really are like, you're the younger version of Adam Sandler. Because if you know anything about Adam Sandler,
Yes.
he obviously makes his own movies, but he... all his friends are major actors, but
Yeah.
there's a nice little 20-minute documentary on YouTube about Adam Sandler, like why he's just a man.
I'll
So
give it a watch.
and
Good basketball player too, by the
yeah,
way.
he is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he just
We
talked
actually
about,
met that guy that was in that movie.
Yeah, you know his
the big-
last movie that he
the
made.
basketball
Oh yeah,
movie?
that's
We met him in
Paolo,
Italy.
Praiano.
Paolo,
In-
Paolo Banchero or something
Wow.
like that. Yeah.
You're right by the pirate. We were right by the
on
playa.
that, we were on that bankina, and Gianni's going, "Stop looking at that man." I was like, "I know who that is." He's
I was
like,
just
"You
like,
don't
how can I
fucking
not
know
look at
him."
him? He's
He's
6'9".
She's like
Like,
waving
"Stop
to him.
looking
I'm
at
like,
him."
what are
I'm
you
like-
waving at
I'm
this
like,
guy
I know
for?
who he is. He's in the
I'm
Adam
like,
Sandler
and
movie.
then she said who it was. I was just like, I was waving
She's
too.
like, you're like, stop looking. I can't. He's
Yeah.
fucking 6'9". He
I
takes
know.
up my entire field of view.
His girlfriend that he was with was the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. Like,
and meanwhile,
like
at the end, there was a woman.
ridiculous.
There was a woman topless, oiling herself at the same time.
I
on
just
that-
love you. Want
that
to
beach
throw
was
this
lit.
little story
It was all
in?
lit. It was
Wait,
all lit.
there was a woman oiling
It was like-
herself. Wait, was she lotioning and
She was like you, blonde, blue eyes.
Yeah.
She was like my
going
wife,
like
blonde hair,
this,
blue
and
eyes.
I'm in the water, and I'm just like, wow, what's going on? Over here?
And now she's telling you,
And then-
stop looking at that
Yeah,
woman.
and then my mom
we're
comes
both-
over.
We're all looking at the woman.
And my
bro.
mom
You're
goes
wrong.
like, oh
My mom swims over and she's like, "What are you guys looking at?"
And
And
we're
I
like,
look,
"The
and she
woman."
looks and she goes, "Oh wow!" Like
Yeah.
she
Okay.
started looking.
Now I'm looking. Right?
Next thing
Yeah.
you know, it was my mom, my dad, my brother, me, Millie. We're all looking at
The woman gets out the water, like, what the fuck is this entire family? That's
she's
hilarious.
outside the water, like facing the water.
She's outside the what?
I like the way it sounds.
Out the water.
Water.
Outside the
Water.
water.
So, Adam Sandler talks about, I always wanted to
Yeah,
hook
yeah.
up my friends.
yeah.
And how he's just a down to earth guy. He's, like when he was younger, they were like, "Hey, you're gonna come to the Academy Awards?" And he's like, "Well, I don't think they allow like sweatpants." So
Yeah,
probably-
that's like
probably
me.
not.
You
Yeah.
saw the way I rocked
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's how I'm
You
like.
make, dude, you
know?
make that much fucking money, you can
Do
wear
whatever
whatever
the fuck you want.
to the
But you're
awards.
going back to your friend Paris. The
Yeah,
Don,
yeah.
Was when you guys are in the kitchen doing the thing, and
Yeah.
he just like he looks at you, just you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
We all live by the same rules.
Yeah.
Live by the
You
same
gotta do
rules.
what you gotta do. And I'm like, he's like,
You know,
the camera's in
okay,
his
so
face.
that-
filming
that's-
that.
that
Filming
scene-
that
Oh.
was ridiculous because it was from
And that scene was
upstairs.
made up the night
Oh.
before by me.
Oh,
Like the night before, that scene wasn't in the movie, and I just was like, "We gotta do it. We gotta do it."
in that scene, I thought, I'm like, all right, I got this picked out. I was like, I thought that you were going to go for the Don.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what I thought.
yes.
I thought he was just going to, I thought as he's saying that, I thought you were just going to go, bang. And then all hell was going to break loose. I was like, oh shit.
You gotta do what you gotta do. And, I'm
And then you did it. I was like,
I would have been
fuck.
intimidated as fuck. I would
Yeah.
not know. I would.
All right, so
I would probably
okay,
do
so
You clenched. That's
Yeah.
the.
All right, so now let me ask you this, okay? So a little bit of like movie magic.
Yeah.
Tell me, how do you film like shooting somebody in the head? Like, how do you film that? Because it looks so freaking real. You're obviously not using a real gun. You use,
Yeah,
or it is with blanks.
It was it was a refurbished air
yeah.
gun.
gun,
No
right?
blanks.
And
Well,
okay,
well-
so it's not a real gun. It's not shooting anything. It's just making the sound of an air gun. But then you got this guy's head who blows off into the back of the freaking
That's
kitchen.
special effects.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
And you guys edited it yourself?
Yeah.
he edited it.
But the only things we didn't do was the special effects, and I didn't record the sound, like the cam, all that. But yeah, we did a lot of it.
Yeah.
No, the actual edit though, the
edit,
piecing
yeah.
together of the film.
And the sound editing, I
Yeah.
went through every clip, and the color editing.
One
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
camera, nice Sony,
Damn.
good Sony. I always
Wow.
believe Sony's good because it's the only.
So we got it.
It's the only.
I know.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we have
looking at-
Sony.
That's
You
why
do
you-
have.
that's why you
Sony.
said nice
That's why I
camera.
said
Yeah,
nice camera.
no,
Three
Sony is the only camera that has its own distribution company.
Yeah.
Really?
Think
That's
about
Sony
what other
Pictures.
camera has a distribution company.
I don't know a lot about cameras.
No,
so I don't know.
yeah, but it's like, and
You
they
pick-
make
you
the
picked
TV.
the right one.
It's
Okay.
like if
You
you
read
could
a lot
film,
of reviews.
We did.
We
We
did.
picked. We
Sony.
like. We picked. We wanted something that wasn't gonna because we're not making a movie. We're just filming a
Yeah, yeah.
podcast. It's a stationary camera, so it doesn't need any sort of like stabilization.
Yeah, yeah.
We just want a high quality
like
video that had that because some of the ones have a short recording time.
yeah,
Like they can only record
Yeah,
for
yeah,
60 minutes and then they shut off because of heat issues. Like we don't need that.
You
So
know.
we just kept
Yeah.
looking, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
this one popped up. And we're like,
Yeah,
and
we-
also we needed 3 of them. So I'm like, I
'Cause
can't.
we used
you know.
to shoot off of iPhone 8 Plus.
Oh,
Wow.
And the last time we did that,
Oh, the iPhones are not good.
the
Yeah,
iPhone,
they're
well,
not-
definitely
Go
not the
look
iPhone
back
8
at our
Plus.
first episode. It was on an iPhone like
8 Plus.
4 or
Oh,
something.
Yeah.
iPhone 6 maybe.
No, remember the second angle that we came out? My
Yeah.
old iPhone like 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Dude,
I
really
like
it was
that.
bad. It
we
was bad.
did our homework though, and we got like, so if it's gonna be your first feature film and it's like this big project, you can't skimp around with the equipment and the
Yeah.
people, like, and
The
so
crew.
what we did is, because we filmed during the pandemic, not everybody had work, so we were fortunate enough to get some really high quality
industry professionals.
Yeah, industry professionals,
Really,
crew
really
members, like
talented
So
people.
so you filmed during the pandemic. So everybody in the movie, were they all actors? Like everybody you see? Like even like the dancers, the
Yeah.
background people, they're
Yeah.
all like
Yeah,
people
But
that
they're
you
all my
hired.
friends.
Yeah,
and
but
but
it's
all
all
the
real.
dancers
Even the
we
strippers,
hired.
they were your friends too.
Yeah,
Well,
they
we
were.
needed
Can
the
you
dancer-
imagine
we
that
have a great story.
conversation that he's like, I have this woman's number, and
And I
I'm
was
like,
like, we need strippers, we need dancers.
listen, sweetheart, you
And-
know
and-
the
and-
movie's
for the
gotta
movie.
get made.
So listen,
Gotta-
I'm just like, all right,
Good
I call
attitude.
up the woman and very good friend of mine.
When are we
and,
meeting her?
and she's just like, it's the pandemic. Strip clubs are not open.
You're
know?
like, hey, do you want work?
well, no, she's
No,
like,
no,
you want
Belle,
to come
Belle.
and she goes, you want to like, she goes, I got a whole
friends.
You know,
I got a whole
no.
group of girls. Like, you know, you want to come down by the club? I don't like the club.
The
She goes,
club.
yeah, we got the club. She sent me the address. It wasn't the address. It was like an Army Reserve.
So they were doing a little underground.
Underground.
Wow.
So then we went
They
through
were
the
hustling.
We went in,
They were
okay?
hustling.
You
like
gotta
a,
think,
it was
this
like a romantic, deep, like some type of like sex shop, and back in the sex shop
They were
down like,
hustling.
No, but
Yes.
like as
And
in,
then-
but like this is when you were going to the supermarket, you were wearing a mask. So like
Yeah.
we're like, what are we expecting?
and I'm like, this is it. If we want to make this movie,
You're in
this
a
is
strip,
what we have to do.
You're in a strip club wearing a
Yeah,
mask.
exactly.
No, we
at
weren't.
First we,
No.
At first we were, and then I was just like, I gotta take it off. You know what I mean? I'm
Like
just
I feel like this is sacrilegious.
Well,
right
It
the
now.
was-
problem with
I
the
can't.
mask is me and Millie, our whole advantage we've been using our whole life is
Our smile.
our face, like, you know
Like-
what I mean? So like without that, I'm and I get treated like everybody else. I'm like, oh no,
I'm not having that.
oh no.
No, this is the moneymaker.
Yeah,
right here.
exactly. I'm not taking
Bat
my
your
clothes off. I
eyelashes,
could take
yeah.
my face
So we
out.
go
You know
in,
what I mean?
we go in,
Respect,
and it's
respect.
literally like a movie. Like 20 women are around the two of us. I'm like communicating with a couple of them, but you know they're like the communication is like not there. Gianni's doing all the like communication that needs to be done to
Yeah.
really get like the numbers of the people gonna, and then it's like okay, but we're gonna do an audition.
They're like, let's do a show for you.
And me and Gianni are like,
I'm like,
where do we sit?
okay.
Johnny's like,
I was like,
Alright.
I have no cash, and they're like, no worries. And some guy just comes up to me with $100 of singles, and he goes, here you go, buddy. And I was just like,
Seriously.
say less.
Gianni goes, okay.
okay. I sit down with my wife, like we're hand in hand next to each other, and there's just like 3 women on poles just
Keep
doing
going.
private dances.
There was just kept
And
And
then
you guys are
women.
looking. You're like, nah, not that.
Not exact. Yes,
Next
and we
one.
picked.
Swipe.
Yeah,
Next one.
we picked the ones
that
we
one.
like.
Yeah, you,
Yeah.
honey, come on.
And we even were told one that was in like J Lo's Hustlers movie. No, like we cut
Yeah.
her. Like you know, we had
we
like a,
didn't fucking cut.
no, you in a
she-
you in a
she-
hustling movie?
She,
Nah, get the
she
fuck
was
out of here.
no,
No,
she
she
was
was
gonna
supposed to come,
she was,
but then
she was
she-
gonna come and then she told
But
me
then
like you know
no,
she
what
couldn't make it.
happened
I was
was
like, you're all good.
no, what
don't
I
happened
worry.
gotta do
was
hustlers too.
there was
I'm sorry.
another club that we were filming, and it was still running. So it was like we couldn't bring in other girls
women, you know.
because it was like still going. So it was like
But everyone was amazing.
Yeah.
Like everyone that was in this movie gave a
Everything.
performance of a lifetime.
and they're all scared because of everything going on at the
Yeah,
time.
of
Everyone,
course. And I'm imagining that they're not only are they scared with everything that was going on in society, but they're nervous too, being it's their first film. Probably none of them had like acting experience. They're probably all just hey.
No one.
Well, we had a
their
lot
first-
of iced tea on the set. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I got iced tea.
yeah. You got it. You got it.
Stay hydrated, baby.
You know what I mean? I was drinking Pedialyte, a lot of Pedialyte.
Stay
Nice tea,
hydrated,
you
my
know what I
friends.
mean?
But that's
Did your-
that just
Because
goes
you
to
have
show
to
that
keep
there's-
people loose because
No,
you
you
can't
don't.
have people in a drunk drinking environment stone cold sober. You have to have people like
So I was
Well,
going to
loose.
ask you that too, because I always wondered, because I'm sitting in there and I'm
it's a
looking.
party. You know?
Well, no,
We're
I'm looking at
rock-and-rollers,
these.
you
I'm,
know?
I'm watching
It's
some of
the
these
party.
films. I'm watching some of these
Yeah.
films, and you can tell, like for instance, when it's a beer, right? Okay, you can tell when there's water in that beer, and you don't really know. But when you're drinking like whiskey, okay, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, if I'm an actor here, and I'm supposed to be acting, and I'm in this environment, and I'm supposed to be drinking whiskey in this environment, I want to drink fucking whiskey. And I understand that, okay, you're doing 9, 10, 11
So that's
takes.
that's
feel
why
like
it was
right?
iced tea.
You and
Right.
Johnny
And
Depp
no one
share
thought
that.
though, but no one thought
share that
that
point
they
of view.
they just thought it was iced tea, and then like
no, it's whiskey.
A little spike, baby.
So
but-
now let
and
me.
then
I was going to ask
but
you.
like the
Cannot-
crew
you can't-
didn't
you
want it to have it.
I was about to say, don't.
Really, just stop. It's all right. This is life.
No,
The
but
cr- this
so
is the-
some
So the
actually
crew
whiskey?
didn't want it, and they were just no. It was iced tea, like you know, like the green ginseng.
Yeah, so
iced
it's
tea.
not whiskey; it's iced tea.
Yeah, but it's like you know a little bit on like the cream rises to the top.
we had
you know what
we
I mean?
had great
And then
iced
everyone
tea
was
on
just
the
like-
set.
That's why you asked for whiskey
no,
at
but
the
that's
bar.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
no, but that's what I'm
exactly.
saying. So it's not straight whiskey,
And
but,
it's all my best friends. It's like it's not like I hadn't like everything. The dancer knew, one of the dancers knew Lorenzo. Like, it was all real. Like, the dancers knew who Lorenzo was because I got the dancers from our local club. So it was all real.
So all the
We've all done
relationships.
it. Like, me, True Love, and Lorenzo have all been at the strip club there with that bartender and that dancer in a real life thing.
Did True Love have an
And I didn't set it up, though. I didn't set it. It all happened on its own.
Love it.
Listen
Divine.
about True Love.
Did he have an actual name in the movie or no?
No, that's his name.
His
True Love.
nickname is True Love.
Well, his nickname's True Love,
No.
but he doesn't have an actual name in the movie.
No.
No,
You don't
it's
even
True
know.
Love.
nameless.
It's True
nameless.
True Love.
Or it's True whatever.
He's-
Choose to God.
True to God or whatever. That fucking True something. There was a few names that he was called, right? That was a great scene. So actually, because I had always wondered, I'm like, you can tell some of them, like, it kind of looks like you can tell how
the
you see how-
Dons.
you
I
see
wasn't.
how that, like,
It was
move-
no iced tea for the Don. He does whatever he wants.
That's what I'd be like.
I work for him.
I will say when
I want. Give me.
He likes to smoke cigarettes every 15 minutes. A union break. He's like, I got you. I'm like, all right, mother. Like,
I'd be the cigar guy. Like, listen, I'd be like Arnold. I need to fuck it.
well, we
I
had
need
the
my
guy
cigar.
Gino in the film.
had some
Gino had the
cigar
cigar
smoke
in the
film.
There
card
was.
game.
I noticed it. I
You
picked it
know?
right up. There was
You know-
a couple guy that he was talking when they were making the wine.
Yeah.
The big guy was sitting there
Yeah.
with the stogie. I'm like,
Come
there
on.
it is.
Come on.
Come on. You're not putting enough grapes. I tell you all the fucking time. Put enough grapes in there.
when
You guys are good with this movie. You got like lines in the
okay,
back.
I have a
Oh, no,
very.
God.
I'm gonna go in again.
I have a. It's like a.
It's very good.
It's a
very
weird.
smooth.
I don't know
like
if
a photographic
I don't know if
perfect
it's
memory.
I don't know what it is, but like I can remember
his
movie.
memory's like a fucking sponge. All right.
I can remember movie quotes like very
Yeah.
well. I don't know
when
why.
We do these, when we
That's
do these
good.
little like Instagram reel things, and we're trying to like make a funny video, and
Yeah,
it's a
I-
long one. I have to like write down the lines and
Yeah.
like look at it while I do it. He's like, all right, let me do it. I'm like, how the fuck did you?
Yeah,
just
I
do
don't-
that?
That's a really, really good skill.
I have to write
I
it
don't know
down,
why.
I'm like
Same.
taking a fucking test.
I thought it was, well, going back to the whiskey and iced tea thing. When you
Yeah.
when you were first in the strip club and they asked you for a drink and you asked for whiskey, for some reason I just thought that was
Thank
different
you.
for some reason. I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like when you're in a strip club, you don't really ask
Okay.
for whiskey.
Whiskey, yeah,
I don't know if
Oh,
that's
there you
true
go.
or not,
It
but
is.
I just when you said, "Let me get a whiskey," I was like, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But now that you're saying,
I noticed that too. And
You
I'm
know what I'm
like,
saying? But now
Yeah, I
he's
was.
saying-
Also, I was trying to my guy's trying to prove that he's tough.
yeah.
So he's like, give me
Why?
a
What do you
whiskey,
drink
like-
when you go to the strip club?
Well,
I don't go to the strip club.
I just feel like most people drink either tequila, vodka.
Okay.
That was just because I just feel like more people drink tequila, the clear stuff. So when
No,
you,
I drink whiskey.
yeah.
I drink
And-
whiskey.
No, was it real whiskey? Because you drink the whiskey and you slug it back.
But
and you're like,
that's what I was asked. That's what I was getting at. I said I know that sometimes
We got-
if you don't really drink real alcohol if you're doing a bunch of scenes.
Yeah, but if it's like a SAG production and there's
I want
all
real
this-
fucking alcohol.
That ain't
Yeah,
gonna happen.
It's
though,
not
I
gonna
don't
happen on SAG. You
No.
probably can't.
What's
do
SAG?
that.
You know
The union. The actors union.
It's a union
The
job.
SAG, you
Yeah.
know, and you can't because then there's insurance, and then like, what if somebody got drunk and tripped and fucking hit their head on the concrete
Yeah, well, you
floor?
sign a fucking waiver. Listen, you get drunk at this set.
Well, actually, we did. I did actually write a.
You're on your own.
I wrote a waiver that like everyone had to sign before they went into the strip club scenes, and it said,
Oh my God.
I give my life to Gianni McLaughlin, and if I die, it's fully my fault." And I gave.
love that.
There you go.
and no one read it, and they all signed
There you
it.
go. So you want to be in this film? Sign here.
if you need an insurance guy, I know a guy.
Yeah, right?
All right.
And I know
Amen.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Listen, on our set, you can do what you want.
You could do it. You
So
want.
yeah, but it was in the because I was
That's why it's independent.
no, but
Indie.
I feel like especially it's a scene where, and it's almost it goes back to what I was saying where you kind of it's almost like being a method actor, right? Where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to if your character is supposed to be some like you're supposed to be drinking whiskey, he loves his whiskey, and he's supposed to be smoking a stogie, whatever. You should do that. You should
Yeah.
get into the character, right? Like if my character is at a bar and he's
Exactly.
smoking a
You
cigar
can't
right there,
fake it.
and he's telling you, "Say, listen, let me tell you something, right? Smoke. I want a fucking whiskey."
Let's
like,
pray I don't get cast in that anytime soon because this is killing me.
is it-
We love.
I feel like do you get used to ever? Every time I'm doing it, I'm like,
Well, let me ask you
It's an
this:
acquired
when you
taste.
smoked the Mary Jane the first time, what happened there? You eventually got
I fell
used.
in love. That's it.
Eventually
There's
got
no
used to
coming
it, right?
back.
You know what? I find there's a distinct line with people who like weed and there's people who like cigars. I don't find too many people that can do both. They'll take a cigar
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
be like,
It's
and
tough.
be like,
You
oh,
would-
okay,
Yeah,
cigar.
because it's a different form of smoking.
Smoking, yes.
Well, you
I'm
smoke
like,
cigars though, so you're
Yeah,
so you're
so
used
I'm-
to it. This
yeah.
is your first one.
It's my first cigar.
Well, yeah.
And-
Let's let that be known. Millie-May
Yes.
McLaughlin is
But
smoking
I-
her first cigar on the Burn Down podcast.
And you know
first
what?
and
There's a couple in there.
Monumental.
There's a
Well,
couple
no,
in there.
no.
Yeah.
I think what it is if for like the first time smokers, you have to focus on not inhaling. Right? Like you really have
Yeah.
to focus on it. So I
Yeah.
noticed that like as you're talking
I'm
and
at
you
work.
smoke one, you inhale by accident because
Yeah.
you're not. But like for guys like us that smoke all the time, it's just second nature.
As I get to
do
know
you,
you guys,
do you have one in the car?
Yes.
Do you
Oh,
do
sometimes,
the
yeah.
Tony out the
Yeah,
if I'm
window?
on the Bell Parkway or something and it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
hot
you have
day,
to.
fuck
You always
that,
have to
yeah,
have
I'm
How do,
on
you,
board.
how do you look at people when they look at you like?
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
tell
yeah, what
you.
the fuck's
You sure?
good? Fuck
Yeah.
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 Fuck's good.
You know what I say? I say,
I'm a
how
young
you
guy.
doing?
I'm a younger
Yeah,
guy, so like,
yeah,
who's
yeah.
this young guy smoking a cigar in his
Yeah,
fucking little
yeah.
Hyundai?
No, you know you do. You have
What's good?
you have the cigar hanging. You have the cigar hanging out like this, and you go, "How you doing?"
How you doing? Exactly.
But you know,
Oh,
as
I'm doing great. I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Just
As I-
drive along.
That's when you
Listen,
need, like-
as I
fuck
get
outta
to
here.
know these guys, right? One of the first opening scene when you have the product and you're like,
Yeah.
You're like,
You like that?
That
scene?
was a good one.
That's a
Did you
good
see
fucking
that?
scene,
damn,
right?
we might have to bring that back.
That was a good one.
Ooh,
That was a
play
good
that.
puff right there.
Yeah.
That was a very
Oh,
good puff. You didn't even
good.
notice. I saw a lot of.
Right? A lot
A lot
of
of-
smoke.
we like that voluminous smoke
was
right
good
there.
puff.
That was good.
That was good.
So
I was talking about the scene though. The scene is like.
Well, as I
it's
get
a-
to know
The
you know,
first
know
scene?
this guy,
Yeah, you can
you know,
see
he's
it.
like, you fucking know what I fucking mean. now."
I got one. I got two. I got three.
Yeah, I've never been in a position where I watched a movie and actually met the people that were in the movie. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you wonder how these people are in real life, and now I could just see like you in that scene. You must have been like,
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
this fucking shit? Yeah, I'm like, oh god,
I
it's
was
hilarious.
fired up.
His
I
mum
love
made
it.
those coke bags.
Oh,
Yeah, she
His
did.
mum made them.
shout out to mom. Shout out
Right.
to
God
mom.
bless Yolanda Cuomo.
Yes.
It
I
was
love
such
you.
It was such a. It was a very. I will say I was pleasantly surprised because like you go into an independent film, you're like, listen, I
I don't know
don't.
if I ever watched it on an
No, I'm telling you,
but
it's
you
weird
have-
for me. Like,
I'm
Like
telling
for
you,
instance,
you just
like
didn't know
Blair
you
Witch
have.
Project,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Blair Witch Project.
Sure.
I saw
apparently
bits and
those
pieces
people
of it,
are
but,
from the
like,
same town that I grew up in.
Oh, really?
In Weehawken, yeah.
Okay,
So-
but that film, like you could tell, okay, it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
budget, it
Yeah.
was shaky. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
because I always thought, like, all right, it's gonna be shaky, and I'm not gonna get. But your film was fucking.
No, I showed a lot of people
like,
the trailer, and they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, it's actually like really clear.
I
and
was like-
good angles.
I
and
had it-
very
I had it-
professional."
We had the
Yeah.
professionals.
No,
we
it
had
was
them.
great.
It was made yeah.
Shout out,
The only-
Owen.
yeah.
Like 15, 20
Owen.
minutes in, I'm sitting there. And I didn't even realize I was watching independent film. I was just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh, this is.
Oh.
like, I'm really getting into the
I'll
film.
pull
Like,
up
this is-
the evidence
Yeah.
because
It's like this is
Justin
fucking
texted me
great.
this morning.
It took me 2.5
Pull it
years
up.
to edit it.
I want the receipts.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Let me see.
August.
Dude.
We started filming August 2020, and then we finished October
You know
2020.
that last year we just travelled around to film festivals, and the feedback
in Italy, Spain.
and watching it in the other
Yeah,
countries.
how do you guys get? Like, how do you win awards? How do you put your
So
movie
you
out?
So
submit
what
it.
awards did you win? Let's
So
talk
we
about
won.
that.
So we won a few awards. At the we won the. So our film is a neorealism film where it uses just non-actors, all real people
are real, the
situation-
relationships they have, like everyone knows
Okay.
each other, so the relationship between the characters is already there. These aren't strangers, you know.
Gotcha.
Johnny's known most of the characters.
The
like,
chemistry's
over,
already there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
like
so
over
it's
16
It's called
years.
neorealism.
Gotcha.
It was used in Italy back in like the 60s by like Fellini and Antonioni. You know, big like
Here's the receipts.
black and white
Oh, is this
movies.
the video
you know,
So here's this morning.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
I was at my desk.
So he's got this on one side.
I
and
got
then-
that on one side. I got my emails down below. I
Ah,
got
I
some
love
other
it.
emails.
I love it.
Let's
You
just-
watched it like that, and you can quote it.
Well,
I'm telling you, his memory is
It's
ridiculous.
good.
Let me put it this way. That was more for the emails were more for like the
Feel better that
For
you're
sure.
yeah,
actually
to
working.
feel better. Hey, the emails
Yeah.
are up. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah,
else.
I'm watching the
I had-
fucking movie.
that was more for the video. Like, hey, look, I'm watching a movie and I'm doing emails. I didn't
Yeah.
do a
Right.
fucking one fucking email. Didn't
No.
do
Do you,
one
do, you-
fucking.
do you know like that we are like facing the issue that like people literally look at their phone when they're watching a film like every 2 seconds. So like capturing people's attention these days is
Really
like
hard.
a
Oh, it's so
real
hard.
thing
No, I.
to like to
Yeah.
have as a concept because you've
Yeah.
just got to realize that now that like when people break, it's nothing to do with the film. That's
No, it's
like
just. It's a natural habit. Like you see your phone light up, you pick it up.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's like my wife and I. We like every night when she gets home, we go into our basement. We have a movie room. We watch a movie.
That's
and
nice.
now it's more like Halloween movies because it's Halloween time. But we put our phones like
Yeah, you
off.
have
I'm like,
to.
listen,
yeah.
no phone, because we have a habit. Like we'll pick it up. I'm like, all right, no, phone's down, bottle of wine. Watch
Yeah, I
the
know when
movie.
Justin's watching a movie because I'm always on my phone. I'm texting him like 10,000 times, a million different
don't answer.
ideas, and he doesn't answer
Sending
me till
him
the
20
fucking next
memes
day.
on
And I'm like,
Instagram.
bro, fucking answer me. And
I
he'll
don't
just
answer.
like my message, and I'm like,
Son of
I
a.
don't answer. We
motherfucker,
put
I
it
want an
down.
answer.
We put it down.
You're the
I'm like,
girlfriend.
we put
I'm
it
always
down.
like, beep, 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 beep.
Except
I'm always on. That's why.
Except
on
when
the
he-
parkway with the lard.
When he FaceTimes,
Oh,
like
God.
if he FaceTimes me, then it's probably like something very important, or he
Yeah,
calls
yeah.
me. Usually just text, and the text I don't answer. Like I
Yeah.
got buddies that text me at like 9:30 at night. I'm like, I'm
No,
not
yeah,
answering.
yeah,
After a
it's
certain
hard.
time, listen, it's done. Phone's done. I'm not answering.
I have to think now, like, because I just like to talk, so I'll just like if I have an idea, I'll just text you, be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now with Justin, I'm like, all right, do I need to text him?
Feel free to
this?
text Johnny. He's
yeah,
a great
I'm always
talker.
just like,
Well, I got his number now, so we're gonna go back and forth.
Oh no, well,
And he's the
100%.
type of guy I like to text because he seems like I can tell he's excited over text. Some people are like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I got-
okay.
If you can
Yeah.
transcribe what he's saying.
I
Yeah,
wanna-
then
I-
you're good.
I want to be part of this group too. Okay, I want the number too. I
You're
want
in
the
there.
digits.
You're in there.
Leave
Put
me
me
out of that
Put
chat.
me in
Leave
this
me
chat,
out.
okay? I got a lot of gifts that I'll send in.
Oh,
This
like
chat.
I told Gianni, his
Leave me out of this one.
I'm a
his
gi- I'm a
contact
gift
picture
giant,
now.
okay?
His contact picture on my phone is him, the mafia henchman from
What-
Peaky Blinders. It's a great.
All right, well, I got to do it right now. I got to
What's
go
that?
onto the Instagram though and
Oh,
find
watch
it. Hold on, let me see it right here. So,
Here he is, Gianni.
what is it?
How you
This will be a
enjoying
silent plug for people to
Nice.
follow you.
It's smooth.
Gianni, is it
Whoa.
Gianni McLaughlin?
Yes. Usually, I always got scared if people look my name up, but I'm all right now.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Yeah, here,
directly
you-
on
you
you,
put
but for
it-
some
put-
reason
put
it,
his
it,
Instagram
it's
in.
12 seconds,
It's
but,
but yeah.
but yeah, now,
Put the Instagrams in because
Yeah.
I want to follow you guys now.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have to.
So, and, so some backstory how we got involved here. We had
Yeah.
Coach Coco.
Wait, are we done with the movie?
No, it's just a
Oh,
sidebar.
Okay.
You know,
Sidebar.
Gian-
A little side chat.
Yeah.
I will say the time.
Where we at?
Time's good, man. We're at an hour and 20.
Oh, that's it. Light
Oh,
work, son.
and by the way,
Light
I don't
work.
know what your guys'
Oh, can we make sure that we do the story about
We'll talk about that right next.
Biggie that's coming in?
Oh yeah. We'll
Okay,
talk about
yeah.
that next.
Italian Biggie.
So,
we'll talk about
all right.
the
So this
film.
is.
So what was I
Biggie
just
do
going
it?
to
Oh,
say?
Bless Me Father movie. There we go, and then I can follow. Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
so yeah, how we got connected.
Before you say that, I don't know what you guys'
Oh.
plans is after. If you guys have to drive back, but we've made dinner for you guys.
Oh, that's
if you
so
guys would like to say it, we're
nice.
making some ribs and stuff. So
Sounds
I
beautiful.
don't know if you guys would like to
That's
stay for
so
dinner.
nice.
We'd love to. You know me. I'm
Okay.
I'm Italian. I can't like say
You
no
can't
to
say
what
no
you.
to
Listen, every
Exactly.
every week they cook me dinner, and she's like, "Eric, you want to
That is
stay?"
so
I'm like,
beautiful.
"All right." And then I'm trying to leave, and then she always makes some kind of dessert, and I have a sweet tooth. She's like, "Eric, you want a brownie?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm all right." She's like, "You
My
sure?"
wife,
And I'm
my
like,
wife
"Nah,
is
okay."
my wife is
That's
a
beautiful.
phenomenal.
I'm
cook.
I'm fired
You
up.
did so good.
She's a Southern
Belle.
belle that cooks.
Good.
And you went
man,
back the
good
next
man.
year and you thought, I'm not letting this pass me.
Oh,
I'm seeing her again, and this
my
is it.
God, when
Not
she
this
cooked
time.
me- she cooks me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Now, if you meet both our wives, wait, completely different. My wife's all Italian. You know, she
Yeah,
fits
yes.
in right. She
Right
fits in right between
right
both
in
you
the
guys.
middle. Yeah, yeah,
right
yeah.
in both
Yeah.
you guys. She just,
my wife is a mutt. She's a mix of everything, but she's from down south, Southern
Yeah.
I
belle.
can't wait to meet her
She
and
got
taste
both.
her ribs.
That woman can.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
Yummy.
like if I ever want to try to like help in the kitchen, like if she's cooking Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah.
and I come in and say, "Hey, honey, can I help?" She goes, "Get the fuck out of my kitchen."
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Don't, because if I try, she'll be like, "I can give you something, but then you're just gonna fuck up my flow."
Yeah.
Just go pour me wine and get out of my kitchen.
Yeah,
my
no.
responsibility is set the table.
Go set
Yeah.
the
Put the
table.
glass on. Put the plate on. I'm
Go
like,
greet
okay.
the guests and make sure my wine glass is filled.
No, I'm the chef.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. And it's
I
like,
wish I was like that.
in
but
Italy-
Millie could burn pasta.
in
you
Italy,
know?
it's like we'll be at the table with the family, and they'll look and they'll be like, "So Millie, like, what do you cook?" And I'm like,
I
I can't cook anything." And there's like a moment of silence.
You can't
It's
overcook
like
the pasta.
it's like
No,
everyone
she
just
burnt
looks
it,
at
like
me
the
like,
flames came up from
It's got to
the
be al
side of the
dente. It's got to be a little al dente.
and then like a chicken cutlet or like a like a
What's your
steak,
guys'
you
favorite
know?
pasta?
pasta patad,
Pasta patat. What is that?
pasta with potatoes.
That's a
It's
real
the, it's the
Napolitan.
Irish in me.
That's
I
the
just want the
Irish
pasta.
potatoes.
And like
Okay.
and provola.
oh,
That's good.
It's
but
so good.
I like bolognese. I like the meat sauce.
I like garlic and oil.
garlic and oil is good, but that's a side dish.
I
You
like
can't eat that as a main. You
I
can't
like
eat that
the
as a main.
spaghetti
The fucking- this is
spaghetti
all-
You can't. I
vongole.
said it yesterday. My
No,
wife
but
made
there's no protein. Where's the
garlic and
protein?
oil with the zucchini and the arugula.
No, where's the,
salad.
No,
where's
that
the,
sounds
no,
good.
where's
That
the
sounds
protein? though? You need the protein.
Fuck the
In
protein.
the
I don't
Oh,
In
no.
the
Yeah,
pasta,
fuck the
the
protein.
pasta, you
Fuck
get a
the
little in the
protein.
No,
pasta.
I need
you know?
I need protein every meal.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
yeah.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
God
No,
bless
I
your
would-
wife.
Can't do it. I need protein every meal.
Sometimes you don't have enough time to make protein. You
Nope,
gotta
there's
make
always
olive oil.
gotta do it.
No, for me, it's spaghetti vongole. You know, spaghetti and clams. That's
Oh.
like
What's the other
that's
one?
my favorite.
The,
Spaghetti and clam
the
sauce.
poutin dish.
You know,
It's
like
good stuff.
that's like
That's like if you have a
The white clam sauce.
yeah.
No,
you
what's
know,
what's the
That's
one?
the
I always
garlic
get,
and oil. You
I always
know?
get the one. What's the seafood one? It's like a seafood medley. What the fuck do they call it?
Marinara?
No, the frito misto. No, that's the fried.
Is it no?
mix.
Is it the pesce? Something.
marinara? No, no.
There's another
Super
one.
de peche?
Is it
Marinara.
super de peche?
No, marinara is one. It's like the like of the sea.
I
Yeah.
like that one. Where it's like spaghetti, but you have all of the
Yeah, you have the clams,
everything,
the mussels,
shrimp,
the-
all that
yeah.
stuff. Oh, it's fucking, and it's spicy a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. That's
Marinara.
yeah.
Like Fra Diavolo. Oh.
Yeah, you get that right on the beach with a bottle of wine.
Nice thin chicken cutlet,
I tell you.
crispy, extra
Do,
brown.
do you
We
not?
had-
Nice.
It's,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
little bit
That-
too tempting though with the Italians to talk about food the whole time.
Oh no. it's
Do you
great.
not
that's all
think-
that's all my wife thinks about.
Yeah.
When
Love
she's,
food.
she's making
So
breakfast.
fucking-
She's
I
thinking
love it.
about lunch. When she and I'll
That's
be at
all I
work.
think about.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
See,
I think about.
I
the
don't. I don't. You know.
I
always-
eat
I
breakfast.
can't.
You're kept
I
well.
eat breakfast and I immediately think about what I'm gonna have for lunch.
No, not me.
I know, but I gotta skip a meal every day because I want to eat like a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So no, you just don't skip. You just keep eating.
No, it's
No,
like
because
if,
then I'll just start. I'll become like an inside linebacker. again.
Exactly.
I'll be like,
Exactly.
No, I can't be in the house. yeah,
Love it.
I know. Then the cholesterol starts going up.
Yeah,
I didn't
fuck
even know.
the
Yeah,
cholesterol. That's
exactly.
a
They got
myth.
pills.
That's
yeah,
a fucking
amen.
myth.
I love
Okay.
it.
It's a fucking myth.
Amen.
You know how you don't get high cholesterol? Just don't go to the fucking doctor.
That is it for sure.
Exactly.
Right? I didn't go for 5 years. That's what happened.
Fuck.
You know, you go when you go. But
Exactly.
what how
Yeah,
what were we saying?
I mean, you were talking about a scene from Bless Me Father.
No, I was talking about how we all got here.
Oh, how we all got. Yeah,
Yes.
I interrupt. I go on tangents. I'm sorry.
do I.
Justin
Okay.
Justin tends to
Forgive
fall off
yourself.
the deep end, and I pull off
I-
the fishing pole real quick.
I
and
can fucking talk.
you're
man.
reeling him in.
Reel this
I
guy
can talk.
in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, Justin, just shut.
Yeah, but you know what? We added another 15 minutes of good content. There you go.
That's what you say.
Are you the
That's
one?
what the
Are
editor
you
does,
the
you
one
know?
in the editing room that's like that's got to be in there. That's got to be in there.
Well,
No.
no, actually, we
alternate
We alternate
every week.
Yeah.
Every other episode we edit.
Oh, yeah?
It's intense to edit
It's a lot.
because I edited every day like for like 5-6 hours for
Yeah,
like
it's not
for
fun.
2 years. No, but
I'll tell you, it's
he's
grueling.
he's really good at it.
It's grueling.
No, I like it because it's like everything is already there. Like you don't have to worry about it. It's already there. You just have to make it
There you go,
make
Millie.
it shine. You know?
Well,
I
I
love-
will say
it's-
this: it's probably different editing a film like a movie
Yeah.
Yeah.
versus editing a video podcast because in the film you have all these different cuts and you're trying to
Yeah.
build this story.
Yeah, yeah.
lot
With
more
a
intricate.
with a
Way more.
podcast,
Yeah.
you're not trying to build a story.
Yeah, no, it's a lot more fun. It's
Basically,
like painting a paint.
yeah. With
you know?
us, like we.
It's like a
if
highlight
I'm
reel.
talking, then we just put the camera on me. If he's
Yeah,
talking,
yeah,
or if you're
yeah.
talking, so it's just kind of switching the angles.
Yeah.
But you're not really building a story.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit different. So for us, I'll be honest, the editing's kind of boring.
yeah.
It's not the fun part of doing a podcast.
Of
but
course, of course.
you know, you
Only
got
if I know there's like a cool part of the episode.
You gotta do that.
It's
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
gotta
So-
clip this. I gotta find this real
Yeah,
quick
no,
and do
of
it.
Yeah.
course.
So talk about how we got connected.
Oh, so
all of
yeah.
us.
So how we
Yeah.
got connected with you guys? Yes. So we had a previous guest on here, Coach Coco, Nick Coco. He is my cousin-in-law, but you know he's got an interesting story. 30 years old, head wrestling coach, some big cigar guy, and he's very philosophical. So you know, like get the fuck on the podcast. So right after we talk every day. A couple days after, he's like, "Hey, he sent me you guys."
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, I'm talking to this guy." He's like, "He might be good for the podcast, this and that." And I'm like, "All right, sure."
Shout out Coach Coco putting
Yeah,
us
Nick,
on.
he-
Coach
Shout
Coco.
out.
He did.
Coach
God
Coco.
bless
He
you.
hooked it up. He hooked
Was
it
he
up.
the previous guest or no?
No,
No.
no. I think,
2 episodes ago, 3 episodes
yeah,
ago,
something like that.
Yeah,
So your
yeah,
memory,
he-
you hold, and then you
Yeah.
clear.
But he gets it. He's like, "Hey,
So-
listen, you know, he's a good guy.
Sometimes it works. sometimes it
interesting."
doesn't.
So I'm like, "All right." And so before I can even talk to you guys were already following. I was like, "Oh shit." He
Yeah,
was like, "Hey,
yeah.
watch the movie first. See if you know you're into it." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Sure." But the day I was talking to you on Instagram, I just happened to have a few hours to myself. My wife got a haircut or something, so I was like, "Fuck it." Talking to him, I'm just gonna watch the movie right now. And that was ultimately it. A lot of the guests that we have on usually are through a guy or through someone we
Yeah,
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a guy who knows
Yeah.
a guy who knows a guy.
And I always just like, how things connect because now you guys are from Jersey in the studio and we're here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So shout out to Nick. And that being said, a future guest that we're having on here, He's a big social media star nowadays.
Oh, who you guys know as
Yes,
well.
He
yes.
blew up on what,
Yes.
Instagram, TikTok a few years ago over his
know.
Kia Sorrento, and
Do remember that one?
that's Big Joe Gambino.
Big Joe Gambino.
So
Yes,
you guys have some. You
the
guys
great
know him?
Gambino.
Joey.
Bambino.
Yes, so
Joey.
we met him at the Grown Up Italian. There's
It's a Scopa tournament.
yes.
Okay.
It's a
Scopa
Scopa tournament.
It's a what tournament?
Scopa.
It's a
Italian
card game.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like one of the national.
You said it
card
earlier,
games,
and I'm
right?
like,
Yeah,
what, the-
yeah.
what game is
It's
that?
an
What is
Italian
she
card.
saying?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, so we went over
Scopa?
there. Yeah, and
Scopa.
me and my
Scopa.
brother, we entered as one team, and then Millie and my brother's good friend entered as another team, and they both were like beginners. They never really played that much.
No,
and me
shout
and my
out
brother,
to Chris. He's an accountant.
Yeah.
My
What
guy
What kind
can
of game
fucking
is it?
count.
Is it like spades kind of?
You
or
got to
like,
count. It's a lot of counting.
it's like what
It's
if
a
you
lot.
have.
It's a
I
lot
like
of
to
counting.
count.
It's like if what you have in your hand, if like the card value equals the card values of the four
If
or
you've
five
got a
cards
four
on the
and there's
table,
two twos
can
on the
take
table,
it.
you can pick up the two twos.
Oh.
Things
Essentially.
like that. And at
But
the
now,
end
how
of
do you know if somebody's not bullshit?
Well, because you have the
It's
card.
it's face up.
Oh, it's face up.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
okay.
is an Italian game.
What's
There's
the
no,
object of
there's
the
no.
game?
The person to get the most cards, the most gold cards, the most sevens.
Wanna put it down?
And
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's like it has all these. Like,
Okay, so like if I have a 7, I can pick up a 4 and a 3.
Check
Yeah.
out the recap of the
Oh.
thing. It's
I'm sure
got,
there's a
it's
thing
got
on
the rules
YouTube.
in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like cards. I
But
like cards. I love cards.
but my brother
Big
and I
card.
it was a tournament. We got knocked out in the first round, and Millie and the guy, our friend
I
Chris.
turned up to the tournament really hungover, not thinking I was really going to play, to be honest. Like, I thought, we'll get there. I don't know. I wasn't planning on playing. They had a bar there, so I thought I'll have one drink just
Yeah,
to,
we got
like,
back on it,
just to make me feel a little bit better, like I'm not going to throw up.
Yeah, that's how you get rid of a hangover.
I don't know. No, I know exactly who was behind the bar, and he knows exactly what he did to me. He must have given me a drink that was like this much vodka, and they had like the Italian,
San Pellegrino.
you know, like the San
sodas.
Pellegrino, like blood orange. You know, so I was like, oh, lovely. Like, you know, he must have put this much of the blood orange in, this much alcohol. I was so drunk, and
Off of that one drink.
off of one drink,
Yeah,
and
because she still had it in her system.
and we
the
just
night
and we just
before,
like
yeah.
kept winning, so we kept going to the next round.
So she made it
So
to
you
the
kept drinking.
semifinals.
You kept drinking.
Well, she made it
you
to
know
the
where this is
semifinals.
fucking going.
boy.
So
And
by the
starts
time I
to beat-
sit down
boy.
with my friend Joey, I am like, not the room spinning, but I'm just kind of like, I'm like concentrating on counting, like trying not to use my hands. Like I'm like really getting through the thing.
And she was like a big thing at the
And I
tournament.
look- and
'cause
I
it's
look
all just
over-
like big
yeah.
Italian guys. You know what I mean? Like all like goombas. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
You have this
Good
Irish
thing,
girl.
good thing
with
you
the
didn't have.
fucking,
Good thing
like-
you didn't have Tina's wig on.
Exactly.
Oh my God! You'd have
I
been-
know.
The
Yeah.
fuck is this broad?
Who's
Yeah.
that broad over there?
Yeah.
No, but Big Joe Gambino was like playing with Millie, and Millie started talking to him.
and I'm like, look at those eyes.
And she starts
oh
telling me
my
how beautiful
God. I'm
eyes
like,
to
you
him.
know, like
Oh,
because
boy.
I like, you know,
And then his friend, and
I'm
then
an
his
appeasing
partner starts
person.
yelling at him.
like, don't do that.
And-
She's distracting you.
And
Like,
they
concentrate
beat
on the
him
game.
like the first. It was like a game to 7, and they were winning like 6-2.
We
in, like,
had
that
them.
hand.
We
Oh,
had them. We had them by the
man.
paws. We fucking had them. We were so
man.
close. If I wasn't so drunk, I'd have won.
And
definitely.
then like the next day, like they ended up losing. But the next day, Big Joe Gambino was just saying that
Joseph.
he was just like,
I wonder if
we
it's Giuseppe.
lost, but I got a little distracted. There was the Irish woman,
you
but
know what
then, so he
happened?
knows, like we had a great time with him.
Let me
you
tell you
know,
something.
And by the time I'd finished playing, because I got to like, I don't know, Elite 8, something like that. I don't know which one it
Yeah,
was.
like,
I think it
there
was
was, like,
the Elite
64
8.
teams.
The,
She went
the Elite
64 teams.
8.
Yeah, she
I
made
think
it to
I
the
think I
last-
This is
made
like
it.
the dang March Madness.
Yeah,
I think I made it to the Elite.
Yeah, it was.
Oh
It was
my
in
goodness.
It was in
Yeah.
Brooklyn. It was like it was
Listen,
everything. You
I
know,
fucking killed it. Like I got
Was
further.
that your first time ever playing it?
No,
I feel
she
like I
beats me all the time
I
in the
played it with
house,
Johnny,
man.
but it doesn't count because I was just like,
God bless.
yeah.
Killing it.
Went in.
She's
Yeah.
a natural.
And
Fucking
all,
natural.
all the food was gone by the time I'd finished playing, and I was so drunk. And no, but we got food at the
See,
end,
well,
and
that
it was
your
really
problem.
good.
I would have
But
been eating while I'm playing.
but
okay.
they got me really drunk, really, really drunk.
Well,
Yeah, I had an incident like that very recently.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's-
yeah.
It was in an incident.
Should we
where,
tell that story?
It's in an incident where I can count on my hand how many times I took it to that level. So
It's okay.
you know,
Forgive yourself.
we have. I was telling you, I was in a wedding in North Jersey.
Yeah.
It was Jersey that did it to you.
So
Jersey.
what story was?
Yeah.
I was in a
Dirty
wedding. It was
Jersey.
one of my
The
good
water.
friends. They were getting married, and had cocktail hour. And I was drinking Miller Lights. I'm a beer guy, so I'm drinking Miller Lights. And
I
then
love a Miller Lite.
The best. No Bud Light here. Miller Light.
Miller Lite.
And we go to the cocktail hour behind the bar, and it's a premium open bar. So I see I don't know if you guys know anything about bourbon, but Buffalo Trace is right behind.
A little bit of Buffalo.
No, we don't know nothing about no bourbon.
Yeah, and it's a premium bottle, and it's unopened.
Not
so
making the same mistake twice.
my brother's getting married on Friday, and I'm like, I got it out of my system, so I can't do that there. So,
let's be honest, you're gonna do it on Friday.
Nah, no brown liquor, Miller Lights only. Miller Lights only.
Yeah, until your brother comes over. Hey, Eric,
You've been given instructions.
So I tell the bartender, let me get the Buffalo. He cracks it open. I make a big deal out of it. And then,
Buffalo, baby, let's go.
They started calling him Buffalo Bill by the end of the night.
By the end of the night, I did have a mangina. Yes, I did.
Buffalo Bill.
And,
puts the lotion in the basket.
Yeah,
that was you.
By the time I got back to the hotel room, I had a mangina going, no doubt. But that's how hammered and boxed I was.
We have the video. We do have the video.
No, we don't have no video.
Should I pull up the video?
Show me the video.
Yeah, that video.
You
sure.
should. Video.
This is why I don't go out. You know that?
We gotta show it after.
This is why I don't go out. The fucking videos.
Video.
So the bartender from the cocktail hour. Now we go to the reception, and I didn't know he was going to the reception. So I go up to get a drink, and he's the bartender there. So he's like, "Yo, I got that Buffalo Trace for you."
Buffalo, baby.
So all night I'm drinking Buffalo Trace neat. Bah, bah, bah. So by the time
when are you getting the look? When is your wife looking at you like?
Right around dinner time.
You don't remember it.
Dead.
This video?
Yeah, we gotta tell a story first, then you can.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm having a good time. I was the life of the party.
Of course.
Eric's a fun drunk. Eric's a fun drunk.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Eric's a fun drunk. Yeah.
So
You're a fun guy.
Until I
Come
start
on.
like kissing everybody and trying to take their clothes off, and it's just like, what are you doing, Johnny?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Gets
That's when tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila makes the clothes come off.
Yeah.
Yes.
No doubt.
and I can't use the other Cuomo's excuse. It's because I'm Italian, because it happens to everybody. You know
Tequila
what I mean?
makes the clothes come off.
That's true.
Okay.
And so around dinner time, I just started losing it. And then the next thing I remember waking up, I remember getting in the shower, and my brother-in-law Johnny is taking care of me. So whatever, I go to sleep, I wake up. My wife's like, Eric, oh my God, everyone's mad at you, everyone's mad at us. And I'm like, first thing I said,
Fuck everyone.
I said, no one's mad at me.
Yeah, no,
I don't make people
understood.
mad. I don't make people mad.
100%.
So-
And you've never done anything wrong in your life either. I'm in the same club as you. Don't worry.
The Italians at the end of the table.
No, exactly.
I don't know what you're talking
Mad.
about. I wasn't even at the wedding. It wasn't even me. It wasn't
So
me.
I go, I'm like talking to my brother-in-law, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, bro, you were a fucking gremlin. I had to take you up. I took you up to the hotel.
Gremlin.
Yeah, I'm taking all your clothes off. I had to throw you in the bathroom to take off your boxers. The shower wasn't going on. It was like 5 minutes. I go in the shower. I go in the bathroom. You're on the floor, taking off your boxers, having a hard time. I'm like, all right, that's it. And he's like, no. We go on the bus. And then my sister-in-law, she's like, Eric, they're handing out bacon, egg, and cheeses as you're leaving. You took one as you're walking out, and you're like, nah, I don't want this. You threw it off. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And she goes, but then when we went on the bus. And I'm like, okay, what happened on the bus? She's like, well, I was feeding you, and I was trying to calm you down. And you do the same thing in the bus. You say, nah, I don't want this. And you throw it behind your head on the bus. And my friend, older brother, who's like 6'9", 250, big boy.
Big boy.
My brother-in-law's like, yeah, I'm talking to so-and-so. And all of a sudden, I see a bacon, egg, and cheese. Hit him right in the face.
He couldn't have hit like the 5'2" guy 100
No,
pounds.
because the 5'2" guy didn't look hungry.
head
That guy looked hungry.
Yeah.
Give him something to eat.
You had to hit the 6'9".
He wanted his protein. Wanted eggs and bacon.
Fucking good aim, you know? You hit the right guy.
So I was like, all right. I'm like, okay. Do I apologize? He's like, yeah. You said, my bad. I said, all right, cool. So that was that. Then I go down to the breakfast.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, what's up, everybody? Blah, 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 blah. So the first thing is the bride's dad comes up to me. He's like, Eric, man, you are a good time. You like to have a lot of fun. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Then I make my way to the
At least you got like some good
Yeah,
feedback.
exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were a fucking asshole. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It was your good time.
Then I go to the groom's mom, and she's like, Eric, I thought Marissa, my wife, was a pisser. She's like, wow, you're a good time. And I'm like, cool. So then I started eating breakfast.
So you have one side of the family is happy with you.
I mean, I think everyone was happy with me.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I was going up to everybody and had a different story. Eric, you were stealing the mic from the MC. You were mosh pitting with the MC. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't remember any of this. This is bad.
So here's the video.
So here's the result.
Here's what he sent me because he was like, dude, I got fucking
That's
amazing.
We have all our, we have all our burned down cigar accessories. Yeah. The travel case lighters,
yeah.
And I lost all of it. I don't remember where.
Probably gave it out to everybody.
You probably did. You probably like, hey, I like this lighter. Oh, you can have it.
Cheers.
So
Salud,
this is the
baby.
video. Ready? This is Eric at the end of the night.
So put in the speaker so everyone can hear it.
I swear to God, after entourage, not ready for
I'll kill. Talking about my softball team. I
He's
go,
like, if the
entourage
entourage
isn't ready, I'll fucking kill them all.
He sends that to me the next morning. I'm like,
Dumb.
oh,
But you're
boy.
a good person. At the end of the day, at the ugliest, you could not the ugliest, but the you're in your mind. You're just like the most reckless you could be. You're not. You're fucking pissed off about your softball.
Exactly.
You know what I
Fucking
mean?
soft.
That's when I
You're
woke
a
up.
good person,
My
you
wife's
know?
a big worry. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, no one's mad at me. All right. And she's like,
Yeah.
all right. I guess it wasn't that bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
At least you did it on the wedding.
Yeah.
We went to a wedding and they had like a party the night before.
And it was like not the bachelor party, but it was like all the guys came and Millie, you know, because obviously I'm not like gonna leave.
I got so drunk that I went to the fucking bachelor party.
Love
the bachelor,
Love it.
but she got so wasted and was
but
and
it's
then
not
she was
cool
yelling.
because I had to turn up the next day at the wedding. Like everyone's looking
She's like
at me
yelling
in the
at
church,
one of
I'm
the
like,
friends.
It's
She's
just like that Scopa tournament, right?
Exactly.
You drink the night before. How do you get rid of a hangover? You start drinking again.
Exactly.
No, I behaved myself.
And
the
it's
next
good
day.
though because you have I usually was the one who did that, so I just realized if you could just deflect it onto
He
somebody
had like
else,
one of
it
his
can make-
friends in
Yeah.
the front of the
Yeah.
cab, and
Yeah.
I just randomly got in the cab and just started going at him for no reason. And
What?
I was like, I don't know why I did.
Fuck
but
this cab driver.
Yeah.
You know what? You
No, fuck the friend.
The
For
friend.
no
This is
reason.
where-
I was
This is
just
where the
like,
Italian
fuck
accent. You know what? I wasn't
Exactly.
talking to
Tina
him. I was
comes out.
talking to
Fuck
him.
Yeah.
Tina really comes
Fuck
out.
that guy. Okay. Take me
Millie's,
home.
Millie's alter ego is Tina when she gets a little
Tina.
one too many.
Oh,
energies.
honestly though, that is like, especially now, because if I get angry and I really start talking, people don't understand everything I say. So I'm just like, just switch, go straight to American whenever like shit hits the fan.
you get a good response.
I give
A good response.
All right, so hold on. So there was a
response.
So there's to kind of switch again back to Bless Me Father. There was a scene when you guys have dinner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How was it? Because you have to act. You're acting like very mad at him.
Well,
We
no,
did-
we're
we
mad
did-
at each other
we
in
You know
real
what I'm
life.
saying? And you're
Yeah.
kind of pissed off because she's.
It was real life because we made a film like that. Usually, like it takes like 20 people to
Yeah,
make, like
and we-
running a set. Like,
Yeah.
and Millie and I did
Yeah,
it
like we didn't
ourselves.
say it before, but like he was in nearly every scene. So the one holding
And
the
I was
screen,
directing.
like the person that is like looking at everything and being like, "Yep, it's good, we got it," is me. I have the screen. He's in the scene. I have the screen. So any scene I'm in, it's just like fucking blind. It's just like
Yeah.
us two, just like looking at each other, like, "You think we got this? I don't fucking know. You, I don't. I'm
So
with
you
you."
just like put the camera on. And
No,
stuff.
we had a whole
camera.
crew, but it was just
DP,
like,
he's
you
like
know,
been working for 20
with-
years.
So you were kind of frustrated a little bit. So that was it
Well, no,
all
we were-
acting?
No,
or
we just
whole-
wanted to kill each other. Like we were practically divorced by that point. Like what? Making
get
the
divorced.
film.
So how much of that
kicked her-
scene was real?
the
Like-
last scene, the last day of filming, we got a divorce, and I
Yeah.
kicked her off the set.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
He finished the film on his fucking own.
Yeah, I did.
the fuck off this.
Yeah,
he started it on his own. When he wrote it, he finished it on his fucking own.
Wow.
And actually, the last day, it was really like I let loose because like my whole biggest fear was, all right, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna orchestrate this whole movie, and then when it's time to act, I'm not gonna show up because I'm preoccupied thinking about who's gonna have what for lunch, and is there gonna be enough lunch boxes, and is
If we've
everyone
got the
gonna show up,
lenses,
and
the light.
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
The
No, it was
motherfucker
that.
has
Yeah,
to.
because you have to. Because
That
you
comes
play.
in handy when you guys are arguing. You're like,
No, she's not scared of me.
No, because
She's
I
not
told.
scared.
I don't think so.
I get.
No,
'Cause you're,
that
you're-
was the
you're
problem
wearing-
on set.
you're
People
wearing
thought
many
Johnny
hats.
was the scary one.
Yeah.
Right, you're wearing many hats during the making of this film, so it's like you have to switch roles. You're almost you have to act like three different roles.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're the producer, you're the
Yes.
director, and now you're the actor. So it's
Yeah.
like when I'm producing or I'm directing this scene, I have to have my director hat on. I'm not acting. I have to. All right, this is what I need to do. Blah blah blah. But now I'm the
Yeah.
actor. Now I got to go into my
No.
character.
So
Yeah.
what I kind of did is I just was my character the whole time.
Yeah.
So I was
There you
directing and the time,
Yeah.
and I was just like yelling at her,
Yeah.
saying like I was just being a psycho.
Yeah.
Like I was yelling at
Doing
the
lines
DP.
of baking powder in the back.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So like,
None of that.
so
None of
there's a
that.
lot of things going on,
None
but
of that.
we was just like the last day is set.
Yeah.
The last day.
And we had
I'm
the
in
old
Jersey
school
City. I'm
Cadillac.
by myself.
You know.
Yep.
I literally don't have my wallet. I don't have my phone. I don't have any cash. All I have,
ID.
no ID. All I have is a black duffel bag with the prop gun, black pants, black shirt, and like a ski mask. Because it was for the last scene or something, and I was just like...
And he wonders why he finished this film on his own.
No,
you know
like
what
I
mean?
really went there.
So
And he
did
fucking
you
wonders.
film in chronological order?
No, we
No.
filmed
You
in
filmed like different
in
things?
location
it
order.
just
Okay,
so
location order.
happened that the last day was...
At the church.
No, it wasn't the church.
No, it was at
was
the-
you know
the drive.
the
The
last
drive.
shot. The last shot.
the ending shot.
The
so
last
that
shot.
that wasn't by the church.
No.
So those are
No.
two different things. So you come
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
the church,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I just
Jersey,
picked up some...
Jersey
Ah.
City people will know exactly where both of those are.
wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And I
Now,
always
did you have
wonder-
any like permits to like? Did you request or ask, hey, can we film
What
here?
permits? What are you
No, no
talking about?
permits.
What
Okay,
babe?
no.
No, because it costs mad money. Like,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a
It's
permit.
forgiveness.
And then you got to get a
Yeah.
cop there. I mean, I love cops, but like, you know, the cop, then the porta
cost a
potty,
lot
and
of
then all of a
money, you
sudden
know what I
it's
mean?
Like,
It's a big production.
What do
There's
we
a
do
tree
over
out
here?
back
Yeah.
that you can go to the bathroom.
Ex-
There you go.
Because I always wondered. I always wondered, like, when
do you know
shoot-
how many times I peed
Yeah,
behind a
you gotta
tree
fucking
making this
figure it
movie?
out. You gotta
And it
figure
was
it out.
mostly men and just me, like,
Hey, what's up?
yeah.
Don't look at me while I pee, please.
Exactly.
But I always wonder, like, when you make movies, obviously, you know, you take... Because me, I'm like one-track mind. Like, if I think I make a movie, it's like I'm going to make it chronological order.
Yeah,
like, all right,
yeah.
A, B, C, and D. But, like, I feel like it's very difficult
Like
to be
never
like...
happens.
Yeah,
like
but
that,
that's-
shoot
No,
the
it's
end
fun,
and
though.
the
That's the fun
beginning,
part.
and then
The
the
but
beginning.
also, all of the actors just had their scenes. So you don't give them the whole story. You give them, this is what your character does in this scene, this is what your character does in that scene. And most of them were like, the thing you had to remind everyone before you start the scene is like, this is what your character's done, like what you filmed so far. Like, you've done all of this, even if they hadn't filmed it, because sometimes we filmed it afterwards.
Yeah, you gotta
like,
get into
this
the...
is what your character's done so far. This is what you're doing now. This is the situation. This is how you
Yeah.
feel about it
We
because
just-
you've
we-
done this.
We have our own
Yeah.
formula.
Let's go.
We've created our own way of kind of like... Not our own way, but like our style. Like,
Right.
How it works for you, Alex.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
most directors and writers, they give the actors the whole script. And then the actor thinks about this whole thing.
His
They're like, who
character
am I
arc,
before
you know.
and after and all this. And they get really, like, they make something so simple. So, like...
And you're like, no, listen, this is the scene that you're shooting today.
Yeah.
These are your lines. This is who you have to be.
Exactly.
Go film
And
it.
in real life, you're not going to know what the outcome is. You're not going to know this person's background story. You're just
Yeah.
going to know what's in front of you.
And that's and I would argue that that's more challenging as an actor.
Yes.
Like, hey, listen, because you don't know the entire character that you're playing. This is the scene.
The
and
character is
need
you.
To, you need to be the Don. You need
Yeah.
to be a boss. You are the head of the mafia.
Ruthless.
And this is the scene that you need to be.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to be ruthless. You need to be angry. You need to be aggressive.
But he was,
This is
but
your
it
scene,
wasn't all
go.
that. It was
Yeah.
just be yourself.
Be yourself.
And what we really just did, but is like felt like a football coach where I put the right player at the right position, and so they could just be themselves and be free, and not have all those constraints you just talked about. Because that's what people think directors do, and that's what sometimes directors do. But it really holds actors back because then they're in their head like a robot, and they're like,
Yeah, I believe we got
So, but we did
absolute amazing performances from people.
We rehearsed. Millie and I, we got every single actor to come in like a week before, like every week for like 3 months. For 3 months prior to the movie, every week we had the actors come in and rehearse. But every night it was a different actor came in and did their own.
So we had like the
scenes and
Don on
rehearsals.
Tuesday, Lorenzo was Wednesday, or something like that. Giacomo was
Giacomo.
always
I was going to
Thursday.
ask you that. So like for one actor, so you said how long did it take you to make to film? 3 months, 4 months, something
No,
like that.
it was
No.
from the end of August to the beginning of October. So it was like it
All right,
was
so 2
6
months,
weeks. 6 weeks.
Okay,
Six
so a
weeks.
month and a
Oh, wow.
half, month
Okay.
and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
So it was like, let's say 6 weeks, right? So
4 or
for
5
every
days a week.
for every actor, so you guys were on set
Every
4 to
day.
5 days a week,
Yeah.
but your actors were 1 day a week.
Yeah.
Or like 3 days, or like we actually
Like
based.
everyone had a job.
We filmed
Yeah.
it off of the one guy, Antonio.
The guy that speaks Italian
Napolitan
in
the whole
it.
time.
Yeah.
Napolitan, sorry.
We filmed it. We based it off of him, and he owns an amazing Italian restaurant, La Sorrentina, in North Bergen. Unbelievable food, and good pizza. But
Everyone loves it in there. Famous
He-
people love it in there.
Shout out to
He-
La Sorrentina.
Yeah,
La
shout out to La
Sorrentina. Shout out
Sorrentina.
to La Sorrentina and Giacomo. God bless
Yeah,
you, brother.
Giacomo.
But we based the schedule off of his free days. So he would have off Wednesday, and half day Thursday night. So all the times that we had to film
With him.
we did this, like, you know.
And it was
Wow.
like every week we'd see him for 2 or 3 days, and he'd be like,
You guys
you've been working this whole time. It's like, yeah,
You're still working. You're still
working?
doing this.
Yeah,
I lost like
For
30
sure.
pounds like doing the movie because I couldn't eat. You
Yeah.
know, like it was like intense. But it
Wow,
works
that
out for
is.
the movie because
Yeah.
it built into the character. Like
Yep,
my
yep.
cheeks are going in. Like
Yeah,
it's like
it
Yeah.
did.
yeah.
So let me ask you this now.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you finished Bless Me Father.
Yes.
It's now out on Amazon Prime. Go check it out.
Check it out.
What's the next thing? What's the next film?
so. There's like
Because you kind of leave it off on a little bit
yeah.
of.
I mean, we do like
Is there a
for
sequel
me.
coming?
I
Is
want to
there
make
a-
Bless Me Father 2 in like maybe 10, 15 years. I
Yeah.
could be like an older man, and it's like maybe I could have
Oh.
something like
And
you
your
know,
son is now.
yeah,
you
something
know,
like that. Like
Or
even
you know,
when-
we
or
got
like-
ideas.
Now you're the Don.
maybe exactly. There's things like that where I've opened it up so that like for the rest of my life I can kind of do like not like Sylvester Stallone with Rocky and all that.
No, I get you.
But-
yeah.
But
I want to
he's
venture
great.
off to other things. Like we want to make a comedy next. I
Yeah.
think, and I always like Italian Mob because I think Italian Mob is just it's a little more. It's just interesting. There's
Yeah.
like for me it is though. And
Yeah.
We've got a good idea right now that we're playing around with that
Yeah.
involves duos. So
What do you mean involves duos?
like a lot of it is going to be, you know, different parties. Of
Like, think of like a
twos or
rat race.
threes.
of like two people.
Kinda like
a
Rat Race.
Like think of a rat race with like a
I know.
heist, rat
Eric?
race, heist, mob.
We're a duo.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, we are a duo. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you guys like.
We
I
got the
walked
chemistry
I walked
already.
in the house and like I didn't know like usually I was just like am I gonna be bigger than these guys smaller than these guys I don't know and I opened the door and I'm like oh
No,
shit they
it's
both
really,
like
it really was the t-shirts. It's
they're
because
both
you
like
two
twice the
were in
size of
matching
me I'm not
t-shirts. I
twice
was
the
like,
size of me I'm like all right
I'll
I'm
put
looking
the
up at these
t-shirt
guys
on.
I'm like good I was like I want them on my team you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I played you know
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
I got
That's
to
what's
do
up.
something
Yeah.
to hurt some people, right?
I was never the biggest I was always the smallest guy in the field you know what I mean I was just like surrounded by good ones that's how you got to
So
do
you
it.
have
But-
an idea in the works.
We
Yes.
have an idea.
Yeah, I
And-
want to see some more
and then
stuff.
we
You know
wanna
what you
make
can
it-
do? You
Sure.
Bless Me Father too. You should the next you go Bless Me Father. The next one should be For I Have Sinned.
yes
Or forgive me, Father.
Right?
no
Or
but that's
Forgive
enough
Me,
but
you
that's
know?
already another title
Yeah.
of an
You
Albanian
know, Bless Me Father. The next the sequel For I Have
Yeah.
Sinned.
No, we're gonna
No,
you can't trademark Bless Me Father unless you do Bless Me Father too. So in order
True.
to trademark it, you
True.
have to stick with the name. But I don't. we want to make
okay.
something about a mermaid though,
In
Millie,
Italy. We
in
want to
Italy.
we
You
want
want
to
to
we
go
want
to
to do
Italy
and make
film-
like a sci-fi
Yeah.
kind of thriller.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's different than this duo idea that you have.
Yes.
We got a lot of
We want to like
ideas.
maybe practice.
If you
something.
need a Prince Eric, you know, there's an Eric
You know,
right here.
there you
So
go.
I'm just saying, if you're
You
making
need a big
thing with
German.
mermaids,
You know, listen.
right? No, but we got you. Like we have a lot of ideas, but
a lot
like
of ideas.
we really want to make something in Italy that's like in Naples with like the fishermen and the mermaid and you know the
We got a lot of ideas.
small mountain like kind of like mindset of like a fisherman meets a mermaid, like sees a mermaid, and there's like all this controversy, you know.
And like the claustrophobia of like
like a
everyone
Romeo
in
and
the
Juliet type of
Kind of,
But
something
kind of,
like that.
but like also like that the whole
Yeah.
town, you know,
Alright.
like when everyone knows
and
each
you
other.
and you're gonna film it in Italy.
Yeah. And with all and we may just do the same thing we did here in America, but in Italy, and
Find
just do it
Italian
with my
actors?
cousins and
Very
my friends.
cool.
Yeah,
and-
because we dubbed the film in Italian.
yeah. So
This
Bless
film,
Me
Bless
Father
Me
is going to
Father.
come out in Italy next.
Well, half the film is in Italian, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't need to dub it.
exactly.
I know, yeah.
So, but it was good. We actually went back to Italy in November
November last
2022, and we stayed there for a month. And I went with all my cousins, and I got everybody to dub
Yeah.
the characters.
That's
And
and it's really
that's
funny
cool.
because we matched
Wow.
my cousins with my friends' personalities. So it was like,
No, and like his
Who's
uncle.
like
So
who?
it was so easy to just dub
That's
it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
so
cool.
good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like his uncle that plays the Don, like the way he speaks Italian is like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
we
like,
got my
it's
cousin-
so good,
Like,
and
yeah.
it's just like, oh,
it might actually be better. I think
yeah,
it might
like,
actually be
It was
yeah,
such
you know?
a good experience.
I'm
Being
sure you got a
able
nice
to,
feedback when you. So
Oh,
is
yeah.
it? So you can watch it now in Italy in English, but
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
it's not out there yet.
Not yet.
Because
not
I'm
yet.
like I'm keeping my like hand on their neck in
Yeah,
Italy, like
yeah.
keeping the tension. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
So
I'm
can
like
I-
you
can
can't
can you
see
watch
it
it in
yet.
Italy right now or no?
No.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
not
Well,
nice,
unless you have
but
one
like
of them VPN things. Or
yeah, I know.
Bro,
It's
don't even
alright.
talk to us
I
about
got the
that
people
shit
though.
right now.
Listen, when we were in
No.
Italy, and you're like, "Oh, you want to go on Netflix? Oh, you can't access all these movies." I'm like, "What? I can't access
Yeah,
my
I know.
show? Fuck that. VPN.
Boom.
I'm in the United States right now."
You're in Italy and you're like, I won't even indulge in their Netflix selection. I'm an American. Give me the fucking American
I want
Netflix.
Such an American attitude.
I want.
Yeah,
we
like,
have-
come on, what the fuck,
Well,
right?
here's the thing.
Go nowhere. Go somewhere in
Get 'em,
America.
go.
Go to Texas. Go to
Right?
Texas.
This one, he don't even deserve
back
it.
it up.
He
Let
don't
me back it
fucking
up.
deserve
Is this
it.
Tina or is this Millie right
No.
Let me
now?
back it up. Let me back it up. There were certain movies that like we watched to go to sleep,
Yes,
and they
yes.
weren't available, and I was like, well, we got to figure out a way to get these movies, otherwise my wife's not going to go to sleep. So
No, I understand. Don't ever watch Do the Right Thing with that mentality, because I've done that once before. I've watched Do the Right Thing at like 12 o'clock at night thinking it was going to be a nice movie to watch at the end of the night.
no,
With Spike Lee?
Yeah. And next thing I know, I'm at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got a bat. I'm ready to go up the fucking,
That's me.
I'm like,
built this
Dude,
that's Sal's Pizzeria. Like, I'm going nuts. Like,
that
you know
is
what I
me.
mean?
That's me. There's two movies like that. There's Goodfellas and Scarface, and when
Yes.
those if I'm watching TV at night and it's like AMC and all of a sudden bang Scarface just started, I'm like, I guess I'm up till fucking 2 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, exactly.
I gotta watch Goodfellas too. I was like, all right, gotta watch the whole fucking
Yeah,
thing now.
no
Can't
doubt.
just.
Yeah,
we
no.
have these like movies
Of
I've
course.
seen a million fucking times that we just put on background movies, right?
Of
That's what we
course.
use it for. But you turn on a TV and I'm like, all right, now I'm watching Italian soccer. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
so we're coming down to the end. We're 2 hours.
Wow.
2 hours in.
Yeah.
What a friggin' episode.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the time that we like to kind of give the red carpet to you guys to
Plug away
and let people know like where they can find you. What's the next big thing? Like we talked about, maybe Bless Me Father 2 in 10 to 15 years. You have this duo
Yeah.
comedy thing coming out. You got the mermaid thing. But where can people find you? What can they expect from?
Can I talk to Johnny just 2 seconds before we do?
Of course you can.
Okay. I think we should ask for duos. Like, genuinely. Like, I think, like, we could get some funny people. And what
Yeah.
do you think?
Do us what?
Just, I don't know, that we're, like, making something in the tri-state area, and we're looking
Yeah,
for, like, really cool duos. Wait, I don't want to say this now, but I'm just like, what do you think? You think you want to say it? First of all, let's plug Bless Me Father, but I think you want me to say afterwards we're looking for duos or no?
No.
Oh, no.
What are you talking about, this duo?
No, right?
I thought we're the dynamic duo.
Okay.
Now we're auditioning.
Are you talking about
duos?
like asking for
No,
people?
I don't know. I don't
just,
understand what you're saying.
I just
Speak
feel
to me
like,
right
you know,
now.
like the way the world works and the way that people get connected. I'm just like, I would love for two people that like really think that they'd be fucking great as a duo in a movie. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're putting like an open audition out.
yeah,
of course,
Like
yeah.
I do kind of want to do that because I do think that there's so many talented people out there
Yeah.
that like, you know, obviously the outlet for the talent is easy, but there's a lot of people that don't have one that are like really talented. So duos.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a lot of
interested-
social media
Absolutely.
people, like,
yeah,
you know, that like...
I'm interested in duos for sure.
Because that's the next kind of thing that we did want to like experiment with, maybe
Yeah.
having like some influencers, not to jump on the influencer bandwagon, but like, you know, work with like some guys, because we think that some of the guys have like
real talent.
yeah, great talent. So we know that they're not like trained professional actors, and we're kind of like, yeah, that's great, because that's what we want, and that's
we
what
know
we're
how,
looking
we
for.
know how to make you look good. We know how to like make sure that you come across as perfect actors. You know, like you could throw in the deep end on a big set. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Absolutely.
If you wanted to,
I mean,
By
so
all
if
means.
you want
Right.
to reach it, yeah, go ahead. I mean,
if you wanted to plug a strip club, whatever the fuck you guys want to do.
bro, I
Right.
ain't plugging no fucking strip clubs.
yeah, no, but like,
so go ahead. So the floor is yours. You can plug
Okay.
away whatever you guys would like to, where they can find you, what you're looking for, what the next big thing is.
Yeah.
You know, the floor is yours.
the floor is mine.
That's it, baby.
Well, first start plug where can people
Yeah.
find Bless
Yeah,
Me
so
Father?
you
Where
can
can they
watch
find
Bless-
you guys?
Bless Me Father, you could rent or buy it on Amazon Prime Video right now. So like, you know, that's where you could go and watch the movie.
And support the artist
Yeah.
the most. If you want to support us as artists, please go rent and buy it on Prime Video. It is going to be available on more AVOD platforms now, which are the platforms with the ads.
Yeah, rolling in
Obviously-
like 2024. So next year,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't want to rent or buy it, you can watch it then.
But you know, if you want to support the artists,
Support it.
Go
It's $3.
support it.
Yeah.
Go buy it.
It's $3 to rent it, $7 to buy it.
I think
It's-
there was even a promo right now. I got it for 99 cents.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah, it was on Amazon, whatever. I went to buy it this morning. I was like, it was 99 cents.
There you
whatever
go.
the
There you
promo was.
go.
There you go.
Go,
Support.
don't wait. Go
Yes.
buy it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You rent it 99 cents. You can watch the movie. All right.
Yeah.
You can find
seriously.
99 cents in your fucking couch. Go buy it.
Yeah.
Watch the movie. It's a great movie.
Skip Starbucks for one day.
Yeah.
Support a
Starbucks.
local
You can buy.
filmmaker.
You can buy 7 Bless Me Fathers and gift out 6 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, for the price of one.
And it's
Starbucks.
also, you would be contributing to like wedding presents for us because we did, you know, we did have a canceled wedding and we used
Yeah.
the money for the wedding. So if you want to contribute to the wedding,
Just buy the film, please.
just buy the movie.
Is that
you
what
know I
happened? Your
mean?
wedding got canceled and you made the movie instead? Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened?
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we
Wow.
got married like town hall, which
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Yeah, we actually got married on the first date. I looked at her and I said, "I'm going to marry you." It wasn't like,
You know how to cook sauce?
"Do you want to
Yeah.
marry?" No, she didn't know how to
I
cook.
don't know
I was
how
like,
to cook.
"Perfect." But I'm like, "That's perfect."
Did you
you
do
know?
the door test? Did you do the door test?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
she passed
She
the door
passed the door
test.
test.
She's
There you
like, well, actually,
Millie's like, what the fuck?
We were
No, I
actually-
think it knows what it means, but I'm just like,
no, but in actually no,
You
Millie,
motherfucker.
Millie. No,
Like-
I'll tell you the door test right now. We
I
were in
know.
this. We were on the like the third audition rehearsal for the play that we were in, and there's this one kid who was just going around and he was just gonna start like shitting on everybody. He was like telling everybody that they were bad, they weren't doing good, and then he went to me and you and Millie when he
I was
said
like,
and you
sit your
Millie
ass
yeah.
down, bro.
Millie stepped up and was just like, "You shut the fuck up, sit down. You could rip anybody you want in this room except him. You said another word, you're gonna have trouble."
And
And you
I
said, I'm going to marry her.
Yeah, and I got a chair. I was like, I picked up a
No,
chair
no,
and
it
threw
was
it
so-
across the room after she said that, and I just like,
And I started
everyone got
laughing.
scared, but me and her looked at each other and started
That's
laughing.
the rest is
And,
history.
Because I
yeah,
was
it's
like,
it.
I just dealt with that, and then you threw a chair.
I was
I was
like,
like, mature. That was
Yeah.
needed.
That's
It was
I love
it.
it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Dealt
Yeah.
with
Love
that.
it.
I'm the bodyguard. Like
Same.
to me, like he is so talented and like beyond. You know, like when you both have the same dreams and you're able to do them every day, like it's such a blessing. So I'm so grateful for
Most
him that
definitely.
like really. Just know I'm the fucking bodyguard. Anyone
Yeah.
says anything to my guy, you are getting my mouth so quick. Oh, you're not going to be
Love
ready
that.
for
And you're
it.
going to get Tina.
Right.
And
Exactly.
Tina's coming
Yeah.
out.
Love.
Tina's coming out.
that's the silver lining. Sometimes you got to
Yeah.
deal with Tina, but then you got to make, you got Tina working for you though, so
That's it.
dealing for
And
you.
Tina, I'm not gonna, I could say, you can be a little bit of Pitbull with the cigar in your mouth. He might be a little more intimidating.
Right.
Don't you fucking talk to my guy like
I'm
that.
like, I'm trying to embrace it. I'm like halfway through now.
I
I feel like
appreciate
it's
it.
growing
No,
on me.
you're doing good on it. You're
You
doing
know?
good.
Yeah, it is.
No, but it
Next
was
time you see me, I'll be a fucking pro.
right.
There it is.
No,
Let's
but
go.
it's cool because like Mills and I, like we're not about all of like the stereotypical things. But I think with the acting, it's just like we're ready to do this for as long as we can. You
Yeah.
know, God willing, and just continue to create. I know, like not a great cat, like, but if you look at like how Woody Allen's films are and how he always just came out every couple of years with a banger, where it was just his crew and that, like, I'm not saying he's not the perfect person to say who
It's
right
like
now, but
his artistry, the way that he did filmmaking, the way that he made art is like the same way that we want to do it. Like, yes, we admire other artists. We'd love to work with them. Like we're not saying we wouldn't do that, but like what we talk about when we're on our walks and like what our dreams and aspirations are for the future
Our
is
films.
to make more films
You
together
know?
and to
Beautiful.
continue
And if-
making them.
And
like,
if
for
we
the
can
rest
make
of our
one,
lives.
and if we can make one every 5
Yeah.
years, we rather do that than make 3 or 4 that we just like, let's do it, let's
And
try,
we're-
let's
and
do
we're
it,
Yeah,
like-
you
do
want
it.
to make one good one. as
Exactly.
opposed to
Yeah,
three or
like
four.
we-
And then experience life, and then be like, all right, let's go
Yeah.
make another one, because let's like,
we're,
just like,
we're so blessed though, because when we was in that play, Gianni looked at me and said like, oh, I make film, and I was,
and then she gave me like this weird perverted look, and I'm like, listen, I don't make movie, like I'm a filmmaker.
'cause
I'm
he's
not
like-
making a porno.
yeah,
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 like-
exactly.
Film,
Like,
You-
still.
you-
This
Yeah.
isn't Gianni makes a
Pictures.
porno.
I know, like,
yeah. But-
maybe one day.
No, because
but-
we deal with so many dickheads that say shit like that to us.
Yeah,
When you say
all the
like,
time,
you,
like,
If
oh,
the
we
money
make
if the
movies.
money runs out,
No,
you're
Yeah,
like-
but
being on
the
porn.
good thing
So
is though, at
many
least I
fucking
know a
people
lot
say
of
that
people
to
say
us.
it to me, and they must all just think I'm hung or something.
Yeah, they all
like,
just,
it's not like something
so
like
many
it. Like you wouldn't
people
say it to somebody
us,
all
like,
the time.
You two'd make mad money on OnlyFans, and I'm
just
like,
like,
yeah, bro.
I'm like, thanks. I'm glad you think I
You're-
got a big dick.
You guys
All right,
aren't,
buddy?
what's her face?
Or maybe
Adam
they're looking
22
at her.
and,
But
OnlyFans slash Gianni.
bless me, Father.
Yeah.
slash I'm blessed.
Slash
No,
this
no, but
dick,
I was
bro,
like, I would get
oh.
upset, but I would just like start. I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, we've
I'm
started
like,
to brush it
yeah,
off. We used to
thank-
get upset by it, but we brush it off now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what he said to me in the play was, I make films. So we made a short film before we were married at the beginning
Yeah,
of
if you
our
go on
relationship.
Vimeo and it's called Temptation.
It's a very personal film to us.
It's
and
really
we're gonna,
low budget.
It's
Made
like,
it for $300.
It's like his friend held the camera, and that's whose wedding I got drunk at the night before. And then my friend was there, like, doing
and it
the
was a little
sound.
comedy.
And it was like just the two of us, a camera like you guys are filming with, and like not a lot else, like, you know, really, really low budget. And it's like, we're gonna have that for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
To look at the time when we met, and we was in my apartment in Brooklyn, and like, you know, it's just so beautiful that all of the people that are in the film, we're gonna have this film to look back and be like, we loved all of them. They were our favorite people in the world. They were absolute fucking superstars to us. And it goes with like the other film we made as well, like the Sorrento Job. Like, I'm eternally grateful to all of the cast of all of our films. They are all amazing people. They all fucking killed it as actors. They put all the actors to shame. They were so fucking good. And they're holding down jobs and having families, you know, and they stepping on set like fucking rock stars. And it's just like, I love them all. I wouldn't. This is the life I want. I want this forever. I just want to keep making the
God
movies.
bless you guys.
Yeah, and the
know?
cool thing about like the like piggyback off of what Milly's saying is like, we made Bless Me Father not because we wanted to make a mobster movie. It's like, we made Bless Me Father because I'm trying to give out a good message. Like, I wouldn't have worked on Wall Street because I watched The Wolf of Wall Street. I wanted to be a wise guy because I watched Goodfellas. I wanted to make Bless Me Father where it's like a young, cool, hip movie with like a moral message where it's like, hey, if you want to be a gangster, this is how it's going to end up. There's nothing nice. There's nothing cute about it. It's hardcore. It's like, it's not made for everybody. And I've met a lot of older men that have come to me in confidence, and they're just saying like, the one thing that happens is there's pain. And there's pain that you feel. And they're like, if the pain doesn't outweigh any of the good times that they had. So it's just like, I'm trying to get that pain across to people and be like, listen, love your mother, love your father, love your family, do the right thing. And like, I'm trying to just give some good in a badass message, you know?
No, it's
Badass,
deep.
you
Amen
know?
to
The
that.
film's deep. The
Yeah,
film
amen to that.
isn't just like,
respect.
it's deep, and a lot of thought went into it to make sure that it was deep, and to make sure that it wasn't, like you said, like, you guys had to think about the ending. Because,
No, I thought it was great. I thought you guys
we
knocked it out the park.
We respect our audience. We respect that.
You're paying for it, and we want to give you something that it wasn't like made from an AI script that you have people just like saying their lines, and people are getting a paycheck to just do it,
and they're just
make
turning
it.
up and they're filming that they were on the set. It's like, yeah, but what did you feel it when you were there? Did you feel it? Did you feel the moment that you was in on that set? Because I know that I will never forget any moment that we filmed.
And I think when you watch the movie, you could tell like people start to get into the moment. So that's how real the moment was, that if other people could get into it as well, you know?
Oh, you guys are definitely passionate about it, which I respect.
And you can absolutely
doubt.
feel it watching it. Because like I said, when I was watching the film, you know, after the first 10 minutes, I'm into it. I'm like, wow, this is... Like, I'm into the film. Like, I can feel all the emotion in the film. I can feel everything. I was like, this is...
Thank you.
And just like
Thank
the priest had said, he goes, you know, I can absolve you of your sins, but I can't take away the pain that you're going to feel.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of
My
exactly
dad made that line up.
Yeah.
It's a great line.
Everyone
That's exactly what your message
Yeah.
was.
Goes along with
you know,
whole-
if this
everything
is
in
the
life.
Killed it.
this is
Half
the
the
life you
lines
wanna
were made
be.
up like people, because I was like, fuck the writer, I'm the writer. He's a jerk.
think
You
you
know,
guys
say
crushed it.
whatever you
Jerk
want. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think you guys absolutely crushed it. And, you know, and we want to say thank you guys.
Thank you so much
being
for
here.
having us
Thank you for
here.
having
Yeah,
us.
we really do appreciate it. I mean, we've been here for over 2 hours, so I appreciate all the time that you guys, you know, you took to come to drive out here.
No, it's
to
all
sit
right.
down with us. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Please check out, go buy it on Amazon. Bless Me Father. Okay,
do
it's
it.
on
Yes,
Amazon
thank
Prime
you
right
guys.
now.
God bless. And
Check
you
them
know,
out. The Instagram is
blessmefather.movie.
blessmefather.movie on Instagram. Go
Bless
check
me,
it out.
Father. Dot
Okay,
movie.
and with that being said,
Dot being like the circle.
Dot,
you know
yeah,
what
not
I mean?
DOT. Okay, we have to clarify. Bless Me Father. Period.
Get it together, people.
The movie.
What are these called?
That's the blue. Our cigar is called the Blueprint.
Our cigar's called the
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Yeah, and everyone, go get yourself a box of the Blueprint. Even as a first-time cigar smoker, They bang.
Yeah, let's go. Nice little plug at the end.
Hey,
So
man.
Eric, we don't have anything.
I got a little bit left.
Left.
I got a
Eric
little bit
can
left.
cheers. Eric
Yeah.
can cheers everybody and say like everybody's on. It's
Like
on
a-
everybody's T-shirt.
Like it says on
Yeah.
our T-shirts, Millie May, Gianni, Justin, thank you guys. And we'd like to say cheers, chin chin, and salud.
Salud.